then. I thought it was you.
Me too, Chanel. Hey, Ease.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
Why, why I saw the pick me up here? I
No,
wish I could have. I wish I could have listened
no,
to the whole
no, no,
conversation.
no, no, East, ma'am,
What happened?
ma'am. I am. I don't know what to say.
What happened?
I'm
I
feeling
missed it.
appalled. No, you
they're
didn't miss
disappointed
it.
in you.
I missed it. I missed it.
Oh man.
I watched. Apparently, we not supposed to make comments or something. Like, it's what the fuck happened? Some shit where apparently there's no comments being made all of a sudden. I don't know what the fuck. Like, what the hell that's supposed to mean? What the fuck that's supposed to mean? But the gaslighting, I'm gonna tell you why I feel some way about this gaslighting, right?
You gotta
Because
tell her what she. You know what she talking about. You.
I don't know. I just saw the pick me
right,
and I was trying to listen and I
all right,
couldn't.
I'm gonna tell you. All right, let me tell you
Okay.
where, and I'm gonna tell you why
I'm
it
gonna
bothers
mute
me.
up.
No, you stay off mute. I'm gonna need feedback. So ultimately, the problem was you had dropped from AP panel, and then you came back up there like, "Hey, I accept your apology from Yellow," and I'm like, "Lord, not the gaslighting." I'm gonna tell you why. No, I'm serious. I'm gonna tell you why Yellow gaslighting bothers me.
Mm.
She decided to do a call. So I had did the colorist line, right? And
I
every
rem-
woman that was dark skinned on the panel, she reached out to, plus Mia, she reached out to them on the back end, essentially make it seem like I was using them to attack her, right? Which was a bold faced lie. And then when I was at work, and as a teacher, I can't just join a Discord call. I just gotta like accept that the call's happening. She did a Discord call with everybody after she talked to those people and trying to like flip that narrative with them. She did a whole call with everybody. I'm not there. Basically talking about how I try to attack her. I'm doing a smear campaign and everything. All this bullshit. I wasn't even really part of the call. Thankfully, Lynn was there, and Lynn told about herself.
uh-huh.
Fast forward later in the day, Sin does a second call to start up some more drama,
The
and
thumb tucker.
she tried to berate me, talking about why would you call her out? And I had to make the point was everybody got called out. It wasn't just about Yellow. The reason it looked like it's just about Yellow because Yellow centers herself.
True.
And I watch women who I thought I was in communion with circle around her and ask her was she okay and is she ready to have the conversation now. She need more time is all right, even though I was the one who was caused harm. So when I see her gaslighting and like pretending to be a victim, that shit bothers me. So to see her take that position yesterday and then you came up to apologize, I was hella disappointed.
I didn't
Cause I don't
apologize to
understand.
nobody.
No, 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 no. You said I accept your apology.
Oh,
Your
I
apology.
accepted her okay, okay.
Yeah. Um, Tara, you are a horrible storyteller.
I know. I told y'all that. I
Cause
am.
what the fuck? Like the content, everything. Like,
So, Tara, you feel like I should not have accepted her apology, one, because it was most likely fake and not genuine, and then two,
Mhm.
because of all the other harm that she's been causing everybody,
Why
including
do
me.
you? My question to you: why do you think that the apology was genuine?
Sounded genuine to me in the moment.
No, 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 no. If you know, I've been posting receipts, and we've been talking about all the problematic shit she's been doing. She never
Mm-hmm.
came to me. She didn't even want to mention my name. She didn't want to even include me in the fucking story. She
let
hasn't addressed what I said. And in
hold
real
on,
time, she what?
cause you're telling the story wrong again.
I
E.
mean, you tell a damn story.
No, no, I'm not. But let me add some stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
What Tara is saying is, Mia, what girl?
What? What are you? Are you serious, man?
It was
No,
it
I'm not
was fake.
saying. I'm not. No, I'm not saying. I know it's not, but I'm saying I can see where East would hear that
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
that's
seen
how it
it.
sounded. That was what it sounded like. In the
Oh,
moment, that's exactly what it
we just
sounded like.
know her.
In the
No,
moment.
I
In the moment, yeah, it did.
yeah. So okay, so I can understand. I see what I see. I'm putting one to one together. In that moment, like Mia saying, it did sound genuine. So I accepted the apology. Now, do I believe that it was a genuine apology? It sounded genuine, but
I didn't hear a genuine apology.
Yeah, that's because you know her and you
that's
know what
because
she been doing
you know
these
her
past
way
couple
more.
of months.
You know her way more than me. But at the end of the day, that type of behavior to me, it's never going to end. It's going to keep coming out over and over and over again. But I
But do you
accepted her
understand? But do you
but
understand her having you after you came out and said the shit she did? You accepted her fake ass apology. How that gives her credibility? How it allows her to pretend like, oh, this was just a simple misunderstanding.
Um, Hold on.
no.
You
No.
don't
I
think
don't think
so?
no, I don't think so. I
Somebody,
don't
hold
think
up. Somebody flat out lying. So think about it. Somebody flat out lying. They call somebody harm and they stirring up drama. It's doing a fucking smear campaign. And then when the heat get hot, when the kitchen get hot and they or that back against the wall, and they're like, oh, it was just a misunderstanding and we're all cool and all that shit. You don't see how on a public platform you be like, oh, okay, I accept this apology. How that can give her credibility in real time?
absolutely not. No. No,
This is
especially
the
for
thing
my
though.
No,
for me
no.
accepting her apology. She went around, she sent
Let
the
East finish.
go, go ahead, y'all.
No, I was saying let you finish. I was telling Mia
Oh,
to let you finish.
oh yeah. She's what she did to me, I accepted her apology before what she did to me. But what she did to everybody else, I can't accept that. You know what I'm saying? And I can't give her credibility. I can't give her credibility for the stuff that she did to y'all. Because the shit that she
Okay.
did to y'all was way more than what she did to me. So they always gonna remember that she's the one that she picked the side of a white man over a black woman. She picked the side of public over y'all. She picked the side, then chose to do the smear campaign. If
But
I
that's
gave
why
if I accepted her apology, I accept it and I'm moving on.
but go ahead, Mia, my bad. Let Mia go and then I wanted to say something to Tara. Not
And the
necessarily
other,
you.
so it's not his responsibility to dissect all the stuff that we're talking about because she's not
Yeah, I
even
get
getting
that.
all the information.
Yeah, I
It's
would get
That's what I
that.
was gonna
probably
say too. And I was going that based on what East just said, East don't even she don't understand the complexity because it how it went down and how the information was delivered, the people still think that this the situation with Yellow has something to do with the public and Jeff situation, which means that what they wanted to happen worked. Like it worked. And that's what I was telling you last night that
and it's, and
go
wait, it was
ahead.
one more thing I wanted to add too. Other than that, and the thing that Yellow apologized to East about happened when we still stay friends with Yellow. So it can't like that type of pressure can't be put on Eve because
And you're
like
right.
we're
I said, hold up. I get it. Like, I understand. Like, I was on some, what would I do in that situation? But I understand your situation was different. I just don't think her apology was genuine. That's all.
it
I think
wasn't.
it's
It
performative.
wasn't.
It's That's why I say
But
it
East don't
sounds.
have all the information, so she can't determine that. Um so yeah.
Yeah, it sounded genuine to me, but that doesn't mean that we gonna be bumping coochies. It don't mean that I'm gonna be on her panel. It don't mean that we gonna be friends. Like I'm always gonna remember that no matter what, out of everybody across all of the women that stuck beside public, she was the only one that was going into people DMs out of everybody. So yeah, all right, I forgive you, but I'm
Yeah.
never gonna forget. I'm never gonna.
Based
That's never gonna be a thing. You're the only one that took it that far. You're the only one. Not only did you try to attack me, you tried to attack my friends, and you were trying to attack my friends' friends. So, I mean, yes, I'm gonna give you my forgiveness, but I'm never gonna forget what you did. I'm always gonna remember. You're never gonna be in my spaces again. You're never gonna be a part of my panels. I'm never gonna be on your panel. You saw my black ass on her panel since then? No, and she's been hosting panels for 24 hours since that live. I'm not going over there. I'm not going into your
Oh,
space. You know what I mean? So,
that's
um,
crazy.
and and if you see, and of course we always know, like, when you're in the moment is different, because she touched, when you look at what apologies are in the moment, she touched all what the apology supposed to be. You're not supposed to like make excuses. You're supposed to just say what the thing is. But beyond that, it was so much going on. And when she apologized after that, villain and her nasty trash box ass came up there, that's a whole nother thing. I don't know if East was able to even watch the playback. So if
Yeah, she
East,
wasn't.
like East, if you see, like if East sees the what it looked like, she could have a difference of opinion and see things that, because when you're in the moment, you're in the moment. So a lot of stuff you forget to say stuff. You might miss something. If she read the text message again, she might think about something else. Like, things are always constantly discovered. But when super villain brought her funky heavy tongue ass up there, that was a whole nother thing.
It was a whole nother
So,
layer.
and that
Let's
took precedent.
let's okay. So I told Tara last night, and it's crazy we having this discussion on live, but he's not. She don't be with us on the back end, so of course we have to. The doors of the church are open. Um, I told Tara last night that we didn't allow Tara, and like I kind of feel bad. And like, this is in real time, and I need everybody to understand that this is in real time. So work with me. Tara was shut down from what happened to her with Yellow. So if you watching this and you wondering how did Yellowchick get involved, um, a situation happened between Yellow and Tara. Yellowchick did something terrible to Tara, and a
mm,
lot of us
more
who
than
hung out
more than what I know. Like,
more than what you know, correct. And a lot of us who was in her life, who hung out with her, and y'all got to think about it like this: all of us met her except for Mia. A lot of women who met her no longer was her friend anymore. We were all in community with her, like deep community, and everybody who was in deep community with her, who was there that day, who witnessed what she did, no longer wanted to be her friend anymore. Anybody who was in that Discord who listened to it, besides Ruthie. But hear me out. Ruthie was okay with staying friends with Yellowchick, even though she knew what she did was wrong, and she said what she did was wrong. Because when Tara and Yellowchick was going back and forth in the Discord about what Yellowchick was doing, Ruthie started singing gospel music in the middle of Tara saying how she felt to Yellowchick because she wanted to shut Tara down. So I didn't like that Ruthie did that, because y'all have to understand, Yellowchick hosted a call about Tara while Tara was at work, talking shit about Tara to everybody in the Discord. I woke up that morning and I hopped in the Discord, and she was saying how Tara did this wrong to her and Tara did that wrong to her. And I started this meeting because we need to address it. And I said, how we gonna address it, Tara, at work? And she was like, well, I invited her. And I said, yeah, but it's the middle of the day. She at work. And she was like, well, who cares? I'm gonna keep going on. I'm gonna keep going on. And I said, this not right. Like, that's your friend. Wait till she get off work at least and call her directly. This can be avoided. And Yellow Chick was like, no. I said what I said. I want to keep going on. And more people kept coming in, and more people kept coming in, and she kept going. She kept saying Tara was this, Tara was that. I'm telling this part of the story because Tara wasn't there. Tara was at work. Everybody was listening to her and quiet. I was the only person who was like, this is not right. You need to call Tara and talk to her. I mean, by herself.
so it's deeper than her picking. It's deeper than her picking public side. It's not just her picking. Okay, so it wasn't just her picking public side over y'all, and it wasn't just her picking the white man side, the white dude Jeff side over y'all. Is she did something like personal to
Right.
Tara, and
And
Tara couldn't even defend herself in that moment,
right.
and
And
because
we was
Tara.
all supposed to be friends. And she dragged us all in it when we didn't want to be in it because that should have been a personal conversation between them. Because they had a close relationship. You have to
And
understand.
this is why you're saying that that apology wasn't genuine, because she probably was using that same soft touch to to manipulate those women against you. That, you see what I'm saying? So this is why
Yeah.
Tara feels like that apology
Yeah,
to her.
because the part that
But
Lynn,
hold on, y'all. Let me finish. Let me finish real quick. The reason why I'm
this
saying this
part
is
is important. Before the call, Yellow called people one on one,
Damn.
get to change their perspective about me, and then she did the call. She
Does
didn't
she
call
got a
me,
job?
huh?
Does she got a job? She got a lot of time on her motherfucking hands.
I don't know what the case was, but
I'm just
I
saying that's a lot of
she
work. God
literally,
damn.
like, to call people individually. I
And
know of
then,
four people she called before that call was placed. So of course they're gonna be on the fence about what happened because they already been on the phone with her and got an earful about, oh, you didn't know what she was really doing. Then that call happened. But go ahead, Lynn.
so
so. Let's okay.
she already
Hold,
called in.
hold
Okay.
on, East. We're gonna take the story back and walk with us. So the reason why this is important, y'all, is because two things. One, Tara had was upset. And if Tara want to tell the story right now, we can tell the whole story from start to finish because we've been talking about what happened with me, and this is where I feel bad. What happened with me with Jeff in public, and Tara had agreed to keep what happened with Yellowchick off of the app because she felt like, it's a woman, Grace, and all the other women were hurt by it. And low key, we kind of silenced Tara. That's why I feel bad. We kind of silenced her. So she agreed to keep it off of the app, y'all. And of course, Yellow Chick didn't talk about it because it would make her look bad. If we start from the beginning to the end, it would make her look bad, right? So we kept it off the app. This is important. When it got bought back up, it got bought back up by Sin. Again, it didn't gain traction because nobody knew what the fuck we was talking about on live. We never brought it to live. Sin came over here while we were on live talking about a topic. She bought it up. It didn't gain traction because nobody knew what we was talking about, and we wasn't trying to make it a big thing. So it got squashed again. We wasn't gonna talk about it. Now, um, it got rebought up in this situation with public in them because the women on public side who were originally with us with the yellow chick banishment thing, they all voted to kick her out of public's Discord, right? Because they didn't like what she did. They got mad at me and us. So they looked at it as an opportunity to join forces and reconnect. And Yellow Chick bought what happened with her to the app. We did not, because she was like, this is my time. She didn't like that every woman who supported her, who was in her Discord that she started, she brought us all together. She didn't like that they all turned on her because they didn't like what they saw that day. Everybody who's in the comments right now, Chanel, Monica, Dark Horse, Mia, me, Tara, Lady Q, we was all there and we were all in community together, Coconut, because of Yellow. But we all saw what she did to Tara, and we all made decisions on our own to stop talking to her. And she didn't like that. She lost her community. Because what y'all don't know is that she was hell bent on making this platform and making money and like followers and subscribers and followers and subscribers. And I got to make it bigger. I got to do this. We should do this. That was her. And that's why
Mm.
she's currently projecting and saying that that was us. So when she lost her community, she felt betrayed, that we all turned away from her and we didn't want to hear her story. But y'all have to understand, it was an all day occurrence. It was all day and all night. And in the moment, she would not see what she did was wrong. So that's the preface. And I don't know, Tara, you should you should be able to tell your story.
Now
So
I'm just
go
gonna,
ahead.
now I'm just gonna say the second call that Sin had made when I finally got to speak up, despite what Ruthie said. Um,
Man, block that lady.
oh,
Game nerd. She what? Girl, you was a terrible spy. Like she be watching from the hallways and slip in all the time. Is it on purpose, lady?
Let me just see what she look like first.
Shit, man.
A alien.
Anyways,
A alien. Let I wouldn't block her because they not good at spying because y'all still can't tell the truth. It don't never work out when y'all spy because we be telling the truth and y'all be lying. That's why y'all can't catch the receipts we catch on y'all. That's the difference. If y'all start lying, it won't be no receipts to be put in the video. So
yeah.
let them stay. Because we gonna say it, we'll say it again. If the record, let the record show, we'll say whatever we're saying now again. But go ahead, Sarah.
now we're just saying, even though she the one who started the call, she was talking shit on me for hours. That's the crazy part. My understanding that call went on for hours, and by the time I got off, the call was over. That's when Sin had made another call, and I'm thinking Sin. In the moment, I didn't realize what she was doing because she like, no, what happened? What happened? She wanted to tell me that I was wrong for saying anything to Yellow, and in case like this all started because I was talking to Dark Horse, and Dark Horse was talking about the MPD and how some women get to talk and others don't get to talk. And I'm like, damn, I ain't really noticed it. Let me pay attention. But I was when it happened, I'm like, why is it that like it's like light skinned women are the ones speaking up, and dark skinned women are like, oh, it's okay, I'll yield, I'll wait. I'm like, that shit ain't right. Like we need to talk about within the group. It seems to be some shit with colorism. I held a 9 hour live holding myself accountable and holding everybody accountable. Yellow
Yeah,
felt some type of way because when she came in here, her and my Lisa had went out. And I didn't notice this in the beginning, but Yellow used to do stuff to change the topic. And so she always be like, big my box. Like she always wanted to be the center of attention all the time. I didn't make that big deal of it because I didn't realize like what she was doing.
I
But
see.
she came up there because she essentially wanted to show us the pictures, but she didn't want to talk about the topic. So when I brought it to her attention, it was like, oh, I got to think about it. And then the second time I came around to the part where the accountability came, she pretended like she was asleep. I'm gonna say pretended
Wait.
because hold up, let me finish, please.
Okay.
Because it seemed like she was pretending. It wasn't until Beezy came up and she all of a sudden she was up. So I dropped Beezy. Like, no, we need to have this conversation. It's serious. So she stayed up a couple hours after that. She like, well, I really wanted to leave, but I didn't know if you was forcing me up here or some shit like that. And then she proceeded to call any woman that was up there because I was even telling the women who were dark skinned, I'm like, why do y'all think y'all coddling? Why do y'all want to make like a light skinned women feel okay in this situation? This shit is not okay. And she like, well, Tara just used y'all because she wanted to. All that was just to attack me, even though she wasn't there for like 5.5 hours. She made it seem like I did that whole live, all of that just to attack her. And like it ain't, you can literally go, the live is on my YouTube. It's under light skin behavior. We literally was talking about it for hours, and I didn't even think they at that point how late they came. I didn't know they was going to show up. So for her to make it seem like it was all about her, which was crazy. And then we had an agreement, and we noticed anything, we would get a mediator. So I reached out to Lynn, like Lynn. Here's an issue I'm realizing. I think I need to like talk to some people or whatever. She like, no, you should address the group. So that's why I did it that way. But she gonna call like, oh, Tara did all that because she wants to attack me. She wants to attack me, and she's trying to turn y'all against me, which was fucking crazy. And then
She kept saying the
the
elephant in the room or something like that.
yeah, and then fast forward to when we finally got to talk. She was talking about, well, you abrasive. Like she had a problem. Like you in my space talking about you my friend, but you have a problem with the fact that how I approach people and I say stuff to people. That's
Wait, no, you
crazy,
missing a whole bunch. Hold on. Let me help you because we know.
man.
Let me help you. You missing a lot before you get there. So Tara hosted the
Wait,
live.
Liz, I want to make sure I'm understanding it. So Dark Horse came to Tara and said that she feels like she notices, right? Not feels like, but she has noticed that light skinned women get to speak over dark skinned women. Dark skinned women are
No,
no,
no. We were just talking.
but
We
she
were just
noticed
talking.
that light skinned women
No,
get to talk more.
no, no. She was saying how when they do MPD, she be want ask questions, but she feel like she get cut off. And I'm like, I didn't realize how. I just thought some
East
people
don't
didn't
know
want to
what
speak.
MPD is,
What is, yeah, I
Tara.
was about to
A lot
say.
of people
So
don't
we
know what
do.
MPD is.
So we was doing. It's the narcissistic personality disorder. When we
It's
talk
a
about
red pill test.
red pill test, where we just ask questions to the ops and we try to like clock the how it aligns with narcissism.
So we
So the
bring a
way,
man on the panel and then we question them and we ask them questions in relation to red pill and then we diagnose them with red pill.
MPT.
But
Okay,
we use the DSM-5 to ask the questions. That's why we call it MPD. And we would host that on a live, on Tara's live. And
okay.
a group of women would come up on the panel and question the men. Dark Horse was saying when she's one of the group of women, she's not able to
no,
get
dark
her
horse
voice
is
heard.
good. Dark horse, you can say what you said to me or whatever, because I don't know.
The I don't know seems so lackluster. Um, First, this was a completely organic conversation.
Mhm.
Tara didn't call me to be like, "Do you feel like?" I
Yeah.
feel like there's some hierarchy in the group. Do you feel like it's like nothing about colorism? It was completely organic conversation, and we literally were talking about NPD, and I just said naturally, I'm not good at asking the questions. I don't have a lot of
I,
experience. You know, when I'm up there, most people, other people are asking the questions, but I don't really get a chance to get my feet wet, so I don't feel like I'd be good at it. But I would like some more practice at it. And she was like, "Well, you know, make sure you come up, or I'll invite you up, or what have you, and we'll do it." And it clicked. Or she goes, "So who is asking most of the questions?" And at that moment, she was like, "Hold on." And then I think she had that epiphany. I did not know that what was happening, but I was in the space, still new, still learning about colorism, still learning about what do you call it? These hierarchies and groups, a lot of things, a lot of things. I didn't know when Yellow came to see me, and she said all that I'm light skinned, I'm pretty, people are jealous of me thing. That's my that's me. Again bowing down to colorism because I'm here. I'm so used to hearing light skinned women say that all the time. I don't even check it. I don't even clock it. I don't even fight back and be like, well, I don't think so. I just let her say it. I just let her say it. So that's the part of me that I didn't know that I was working on. So all of these things just started to show up, and I didn't know my behaviors were like that until Tara said something. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words. But yeah, that's how it started. It was not about singling out yellow ever. It was actually about making sure it was more equitable amongst the group, and everyone
yeah.
felt like they had a
And
voice.
it was just a genuine conversation, and it just happened to spark a good topic that Tara wanted to talk about. And basically Tara was like, well, this would be a good thing because we always trying to get other people to unpack. Let's just make sure that we're still actively doing the work to unpack our internalized misogyny, our colorism, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And then so
Absolutely.
okay, so then that came up. Tara hosted the live. Everyone came and talked about it, and Yellow Chick got defensive.
yeah.
Ac- She got defensive.
Everyone talked about it. You already said that part. I missed some part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody talked about it. Yellow Chick, probably because she is colorist, was the probably the only one that got defensive and didn't want to unpack it. Got defensive, acted, and then she did the thing where I've seen her do multiple times and change the subject and try to say "big my box." I've seen that happen. I've seen it. I could attest that I've seen that with my own eyes where she does try to change the subject, and that didn't work. Then someone else came up, she tried to pretend like she was asleep because she did not want to have the conversation. Then someone came up, and then all of a sudden she magically woke up for that person. You dropped that person because you wanted her to have the conversation, obviously because Tara picked up on the fact that she was trying to deflect and get away from the conversation. And then because she did not want to be held accountable because she is a colorist, she then turned into she then did the light skin behavior and turned herself into a victim. And then the next day or the same night that she
And
made a
that
call.
was the next. Well, she started calling people the next day
But
because
Dark Horse,
she
what did
go.
she say when
Okay,
she called you, Dark Horse?
Um, the same thing. She was like, "Do you feel like I don't have a voice?" And I said the same thing I said to you. I was like, "Yes, in the group." That's how this all came about because no one knew about our back end conversation. They just saw your prompt and saw all I don't know how many of it was in the group that were light skinned talking about it, but they didn't know the back end story, so you couldn't twist it around on me when I already had the revelation with you. She just saw when she was on the panel being addressed. She didn't already talk to you about it, so I was like, no. I said that, and that's how this all got here. I don't know why you thought you were being singled out. Tara said she's done it. You know, everybody got their chance. She caged y'all like everyone. You were actually the last one to go out of the whole group, and everybody else accepted it. So no, I said that thing. What I didn't address with her was that she had said that same problematic shit to me in person when she came up to visit. She said this, I'm sorry, came down to visit, said the same thing. So you'd already said it to me. So now saying it to a group full of people in the Discord and now going on the internet, Genty Pan, everybody like, I never said that.
wait,
Bitch, you
hold
said it
on. You hold
twice.
on, Dark Horse. You jumbling. You have to be clear on what you're talking about when you say what she
Oh, the
the
stuff.
same problematic shit.
So it's the I'm light skinned, I'm prettier. People are jealous of me because I speak well, because I'm educated, all those things. So she ran down that list or what have you, and
Who
I
who's
didn't
who
speak up.
who said that?
Yellow
Yellow
did to
chick.
me when we
Yellow
went out
chick.
to dinner when she came down to
Okay,
visit me.
that
So
tracks.
then
That
I don't
tracks.
even I gotta look and see what the time difference was between when she came to visit to this live, but it wasn't a great deal of time. I can tell you that. And then, but weeks later, a month later, I would have to probably check my phone to see when it all happened. But I can tell you, because I still have the text messages from when she came, that right after that, you then say it to a whole group. And now saying that you never said that to people is wild because you said it to me one on one. And I was like, wow, that's bold. But being bold enough to say it to everybody else, like you may have said, oh, she dark skinned, she ain't gonna say nothing back. And I didn't. Like you clocked that right. But after having Tara talk, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even put two and two together. It's making sense. Okay, now this makes sense. But she didn't want to hear it. And I said, you need to talk to Tara. Same thing when Sin
Look,
called me. I said, you need
So
to talk to the group.
hold on, Dark Horse, because you telling too much of the story. It's not. It's gonna get
Oh,
jumbled.
yeah. Let me
I'm
So
let
be
me
you
quiet.
just
no, don't be quiet. I'm just telling. I'm saying we gotta walk this out because like
I just want
everybody
to
listening.
like a quick checkpoint. So after Tara hosted a live, all of the light skinned women was, huh?
Oh, it's the baby. Let me put on mute.
Oh, sorry. All of the light skinned women was able to internalize and understand exactly what Tara was saying, except for Yellow Chick. Yellow Chick then
Correct.
gets off of that live, victimizes herself. She calls First she calls Dark Horse, and then she was asking, "Oh well, do you think that the live was about me? Do you think that I'm this? Do you think that I'm that? Blah 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 blah." Really, what she was trying to do is check everybody's temperature, right? Right, Tara?
Right.
That's
Because
that's a
hold on.
narcissistic thing.
So Tara wasn't included at that point, y'all. Tara wasn't included. So this is
Yeah, these
how it
are the
goes.
one-on-one
She called
calls.
right. She called Dark Horse. She called my Lisa. She attempted to call my sister because at the time my sister was in the group and my sister was a dark skinned woman. But my sister didn't answer because she worked graveyard. So she was asleep, right? Um she called Mia and she called me. The next day she called us. And she checked the temperature. She was like, "What do you think about this?" But she didn't know that, or yeah, she didn't know because Tara had did it on a live that I had already had the conversation and Tara brought the things to my attention and I had accepted it, especially because my sister was included in the conversation with me and my sister was telling me herself that she noticed hierarchy among the group and it did look like the hierarchy was light skinned women on the top and dark skinned, brown skinned women at the bottom. So when my sister telling them this is my blood sister, of course I'm gonna be like, okay, like yeah. So I accepted it. I looked at it and I had the conversation with Dex, my sister, Tara, and a couple of other people, and then they called me out on some other shit, and I'm like, okay, got it. Like I accept it. So the next day when Yellow Chick called me and she was trying to victimize herself, I was like rejecting it. Not necessarily rejecting it, but I was telling her like, no, no, because she was easing into it. She was like, well, what do you think? And she was saying elephant in the room. I was like, I don't know. I think you're taking it weird. Like, you know, she called us all out, and my sister had even told me, and she was like, oh, okay, like da da da. And apparently she called Mia, but I didn't bring it up to nobody because I didn't think it was something to bring up. I was just like, oh, she had a question for me, I answered it, and I had went to work. um so yeah, we continued on as normal that day, I think, until the next day. That's when Yellow Chick held the live, I mean the Discord call. It was a Discord call in her Discord. And when I woke up, I saw the notification, everyone come to the Discord call. It was from Yellow Chick. And when I got in there, it was June Plum, Allie Bear, Monica, and I believe Sin. I believe it was Sin. Monica, correct me if I'm wrong, it was Sin. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, what's going on? Because I was quiet for a long time, but then I heard my sister name being brought up. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because y'all not saying nothing and y'all just brought my sister name up and I'm about to curse everybody out because y'all done brought my sister name up. So what the fuck is up? So they was like, wait, hold on, Lynn, hold on. Like, we'll tell you. So um when I had walked in, Allie was telling Yellow, you need to talk to Tara. June Plum was like, you need to talk to Tara. And then she started bringing up my sister. And that's when I had that reaction. So then they started telling me what was going on. Yellow started telling me what was going on. She was like, Lynn, I feel some type of way because Tara been plotting on me, and I know she been plotting on me, and it seems like it's coming from jealousy. And she did this whole live, and she said we need to address the elephant in the room on the live. And what's the elephant in the room? Have she been talking about me in my Discord? I feel like she's been talking about me in my Discord. Because how dare you? If there's an elephant in the room, why wasn't I the first to know about the elephant? And she kept going on and on about the elephant in the room. And I'm I don't know what you're talking about. Tara hosted a live and we were all included in the live. Why are you making it this thing? Like, what's going on? Why are you like, Tara's our girl, this your friend. You need to talk to Tara. And she was like, no, I invited her. She didn't come. I said, yeah, but Tara's at work, Yellow. What, like, she's not here. Let's wait on Tara to come so y'all can have this conversation together. And she was like, no, because I want to know, la 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 la. And she was just going off. Like, so I stood my ground and I kept telling her, this is fucked up what you doing to Tara. Tara is our homegirl. This is your friend. Wait on her to get off work. And more people kept rolling in. Dark Horse rolled in, my Lisa rolled in, Ruthie rolled in, and everybody started seeing what I was saying. Like, they was like, no, this is fucked up. Like, and then more shit started coming out because I started, like, y'all know how I do. I started picking her apart. And Dark Horse was like, wait a minute. You said what? Because she had repeated again, people are jealous of me because I'm light skinned, well educated, I'm pretty, and I came from a 2-parent household. And when I
I got
repeated it back to her,
quick,
Dark
a
Horse
quick
was like,
question.
go ahead.
Lynn, did you bring up the conversation that y'all had with her a year ago
It wasn't a
about
year. it wasn't a year ago. It was
How long
a couple
ago?
months. So, okay, the conversation at that time, because this happened in
Well,
September.
last year. Did you bring
Yeah,
that up? Okay.
yeah. We was arguing
So
East for like,
you was already on to, because you and Mia already had that conversation with her last year. You was already on to her. Um, I'm light skinned, I'm pretty. They used to call me Yellow Chick when I was a little girl, and all of the dark skinned girls bullied me. I was there for that conversation. I was in the comment section, so I remember that.
you remember
I
on Pivot Live.
on Pivot Live, yes, and
Yeah.
yeah, I remember.
Okay. So we're gonna put a pin in that part. But I was, yes, that was in the back of my mind. However, Yellow and I had a conversation after that live, like 2 weeks later, after she sent me those text messages where I told her to call me because again somebody had called her a colorist and she started going off, and I said call me so we can have a conversation. We had an hour long conversation and she said she got it. But then this situation had happened between her and Tara. It would have been cool, but what made me done with her is we were on the phone for 6 hours, maybe even more on that Discord call while Tara was at work. Dark Horse came in, and Dark Horse can tell her part from when she joined. Everybody was there. Lady Q, Monica, Chanel. We were all in that Discord call, and she was just going and going and going. And I kept telling her this is wrong. We was going back and forth, and I was telling her you're not perfect. I was like clocking her on her shit because she was saying people are jealous of me and blah blah. I'm like, why do you think like people are jealous of you? And she was like, well, Tara's aggressive. She was calling Tara aggressive, and I'm like, you're aggressive. Like you yell at people too, because she tried to say, well, you be yelling at people, and that's why Sandra left the group. And I'm like, nigga, you yell at people too. Who do I yell at? I'm like, you fucking yelled at me. What are you talking about? She made a big deal. That's another story. She made a big deal over me on one thing. So anyway, we going back and forth for like 6 hours while Tara's at work, and I keep telling her, Dark Horse keeps telling her, whatever. And then I made the comment when Dark Horse got in there about how you just said people are jealous of you because you light skinned. And Dark Horse was like, wait a minute now. You said that shit before to me. So you said it again. So this is really how you feel. And then Dark Horse, you can go from that point.
I ain't have nothing to add. I was ugly. I acted up. I ain't had nothing to contribute to the conversation. I think I was lit, but it happens. I usually will start snapping, and nothing I said at that point was probably helpful. But it was up from there, so I didn't have anything else. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did.
No,
But
you good.
I think everybody else started to pitch in or whatever and say it. But I think I was more triggered. I don't like the gaslighting. Um, I just don't. I just don't. But go ahead. I'm gonna go back on mute.
So yeah, at that point, people start rolling. Like Mia, I think got off work before Tara because at the time, or they got off work around the same time. So by the time Tara got off work, like she had been like kind of subdued, and like people had turned against her at that point and was like, this is wrong, and we've heard all the nasty stuff that you said. So she was in a place where she knew she was gonna lose her friendships and lose like the platform she had built, because people was like, what the fuck, like you've said all of this and you've done this to Tara. Because I was making sure, like, I'm gonna be honest, I was making sure that I drilled that point home because I didn't feel like it was right of her to be doing Tara like that while she was at work. So people was like, nah, this ain't cool, including Ruthie. I want to make myself clear. Sin kept coming in and out, and she wouldn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing at all, but she kept coming in and out of the call, in and out of the call. By the time
Wait, Lynn,
Tara had
Lynn,
got
real
off
quick,
work,
did you tell us,
no,
did you
go
say that
ahead.
we told her before this Discord call happened that she needed to call? I told her to call Tara directly.
Oh yeah, no. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I said you need to
everybody
call
who
Tara and
she
talk about this. Yeah, when
Mm-hmm.
she called me. Okay, I'm gonna go back on mute.
So everybody who she had reached out to individually before she placed this mass Discord call told her she needs to talk to Tara. Mia can tell y'all about their conversation. But I told her you need to talk to Tara. My Lisa told her you need to talk to Tara. Dark Horse told her you need to talk to Tara. Allie had told her when she started the Discord call, you need to talk to Tara. June Plum told her she needed to talk to Tara. Literally everybody kept telling her you need to talk to Tara, and she did not talk to fucking Tara.
She
She
wanted to
kept
run her.
going.
She wanted to run her campaign first before she actually went out there and okay.
Exactly. 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 So by that time everybody is pissed because I think she felt like she had solidified um our allyship because let me remind y'all, she had met all of us in person. She met me, she met Dark Horse, she met my Lisa, um, she even met Tara in person. She met all of us in person. So I think that she felt like she was gonna have us. And I think like me and Mia were like real, real close. So by proxy, she felt like she was gonna have Mia too. Because if I went along with it, then Mia would go along with it. You get what
Also,
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tara, did you want to say something?
um, my bad. The octopus distracted me. No, let me get my thoughts together. I thought that shit was cute. I'm a little fucked up right now.
So I mean, Mia, do you want to say something?
I think that I don't want to overload it, but I think that I think based on hearing East talk the point back, I think she gets the gist of it. And it was just a bunch of moving parts. Like you get the point. Like the reason why she called me was because she thought that it would help solidify, and I think a part of her thought that other people thought the way that she did too. Because that's how people who have this self-centered superior mindset think. They think that everybody believes the same way. Especially if you have a certain. I find being where I'm at, light skinned women, the more traits that you have that are like those special traits, the more deep they think you go down the rabbit hole of the delusion of light skinness. So I think that she thought that my personality online wouldn't match my personality in private in the same way that I think she
Mhm.
thought everybody else did. So when it didn't, because I feel how I feel absent of social media, I've been feeling this way from the beginning. So although I may have my issues with it because I think I'm inherently that way, I really believe what I be talking about. So she got her feelings hurt, but nonetheless, that was what she tried. But you clocked it though, Eve. I mean, I think you
Mhm.
understand very, very well. Like you repeated it back better than I think you could have even said it. So you got it.
And
Yeah.
I
So
just want to
It's
include. Well, let me include this part, cause like when I say I was disappointed about the apology, is because again when we had the second call, because the first call happened, I kind of was able to come in there, but I couldn't be part of that call, and because of that call, like now I'm dealing with a lot of like the backlash because of the call that she had. So when the second call was made, I'm like quiet while she explained herself, and when I got a chance to talk, I go off right, like rightfully because I'm
Mhm.
fucking upset. The shit that blew my mind um was I saw her go from the aggressor because she started that shit, like starting the call, like making sure I wasn't available when she did the call, holding the
Oh
call for
wow.
fucking hours on end, not
Mhm.
calling me. Shit, that we had an agreement that we would get a mediator. I went and reached out for the mediator. She didn't. Like she didn't do the thing she said she was going to do. And then when I get upset, now she's the victim, and
Mhm.
now it's like, well, I don't know, because it had to be explained to her what she was doing wrong, and then it got to the point where it was like, well, Yellow, you don't want to talk about it now. It's okay, because Yellow, if you know anything about her, she loves to talk about all the shit that's going in her life. Her and Sin do the same thing. Sin always like, something going on with her daughter, something going on with somebody before she says something, because she tried to elicit empathy,
Yeah.
and Yellow do the same thing. It's like, well, I'm in the midst of moving and everything. Even though she started the call, it's like, well, I really don't have time for this because I'm moving and all that. And they're like, well, Yellow, if you want to talk about it at a different time, like I'm sitting there after what happened, and motherfuckers is comforting her.
So you get to sit on a call for me for hours on end, talking about me after everybody then sat up there and told you to call me like a grown ass woman and talk to me to yourself. And the second that I get up there, you start talking, trying to express yourself. Did she already call you aggressive before or after this?
Well, her word was abrasive.
Abr- she
So
did.
she was saying because um she was like that, like some conversation should be private. I said, yeah, but if it's a group dynamic, that's something we need to do in public to hold ourselves accountable. And I don't
Yeah.
see why that would be a problem. She's like, well, you're forcing people to deconstruct things if they're not ready to deconstruct. And I'm like, what the hell? You're being abrasive. So it's like she was upset because I was pointing it out in front of everybody. And I really think she was upset because she liked the way the group dynamic was going because in her mind, it's her Discord. She meeting everybody. She generally thought she was the leader of the group. Like she
She
generally
did.
thought it was a group where she was the leader and nobody could check her. So how dare I host a live and check her behavior? I'm being abrasive. But
Yeah,
now
there was
Uh,
just
you being abrasive right now and my feelings hurt. And motherfuckers like, oh, Yellow, like that shit blew my mind. That shit blew my
But
mind. To
but
sit
the Jekyll and
there.
Hyde though, this is why it's Jekyll and Hyde. When she pulled a white tea woman Karen tears, this is why it's Jekyll and Hyde.
so
If she
that's
came
why.
on the back end and said, "Hey, I didn't realize those things I was saying was colorist or classist, blah blah blah. I'm gonna work on it." I think that we could have moved forward, right? She doubled down, and after hours and hours, she gave an apology. But that thing with my Lisa
no, no, no.
was a
It
Jack.
wasn't.
Oh,
Y'all missing stuff. Y'all missing stuff because y'all know I
oh,
clock
go ahead.
everything. Let me clock it, Dark Horse, before you get there. Before you get there, because everything got to be clocked now. Because this
I
story
want
is
to make
out.
sure.
So
So when you started talking, so she was like she started talking. You started to finally you get off of work after she done been yapping about you for hours. You go off. You start talking about the way how
So this part is important. The call she did had ended by then. This was a whole separate call that Sin had
a
started.
sin started.
And Sin
Okay.
started the call because she was trying to check me. That's what I'm saying. It's like Sin was like, because she was talking, because I'm thinking, I'm already in confusion, like, what the fuck going on? I'm frustrated. But Sin is like, well, why would you do that to Yellow? Why would you confront Yellow online? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, Sin had already had her mind made up, but she was trying to make it seem like she was being neutral, and
Neutral.
she wasn't. She wanted to
and
host the second live with me in it, so she could be like, well, Tara, you wrong for doing that to Yellow.
so Sin called Dark Horse after the original chat, but this is the thing. Sin keeps saying that she wasn't there. Sin was there the whole time. She was listening in, and she keeps saying, "No, I was dropping clothes off for my baby, like to somebody, like old baby clothes to somebody, like that takes you longer than 5 minutes." She was in and out of the call consistently, and then like she stayed on mute the entire time. But her thing is, I was not there. And then she called Dark Horse and tried to get. Well, Dark Horse can tell that part. I don't know what she said to Dark Horse.
It was another motherfucking no, like I told Yellow. I said, "You got questions for Terry? You need to call her." I said what I said.
Mhm.
I said what I said. That call lasted 30 seconds, and then she went live. And then she went into the Discord call, and I was doing something with the kids because y'all started at me, and I couldn't get to the Discord quick enough. I think I was maybe 5 minutes late from when she stopped talking to me and she went and started it. So I
And
missed
I
some
was
of the
already
stuff,
on
like
her
the first
ass
five
by
minutes. Yeah,
then.
when I got in there, it was on. It was on.
Yeah,
Mm.
cause Sin had came in and Sin had tried to check Tara, or she was like, "What would happen?" and Tara this and Tara that, and I immediately was like, "Nah, you not the person to start this call." And the reason why I said you not the person to start this call is, and everybody hear me out, she was already biased And she
Mm-hmm.
said she wasn't there the whole time. Her story was, oh, well, I wasn't there. I wasn't listening. So how the hell are you the one to be able to mediate any call when you weren't in the live when it originally happened? You weren't in none of the conversations. You weren't here all day, supposedly, and you don't know what the fuck happened. How are you the mediator when, and she acted like she didn't know shit, but she had already got one side of the story from Yellow because she was coming up on Tara and telling Tara that she was wrong. So how is Tara wrong, but you don't know any sides of the story? Make it make sense. So I was like, hell no, nah, you're not the one to be the mediator in this. It's just not going to happen. So Tara wanted to speak up for herself because obviously she had been at work for 6 hours and people had been talking about her. So Tara like, let me speak. And she was going off. In the middle of Tara trying to question Yellowchick about why she did this to her, Ruthie starts singing gospel music to silence them because she's like, I'm sick of this. We need to stop. We need to stop having this conversation. And she starts singing gospel music. Tara's pissed off, y'all. Tara is pissed the fuck off because somebody been talking about her for 6 hours. She's trying to explain and ask her friend, why have you been talking about me for 6 hours? Ruthie starts singing gospel music in the middle of Tara speaking.
And
There
I've
were
seen her
three
do that.
people.
I've seen her do that 1,000 motherfucking times. Yeah.
So you believe me. So
Oh,
there were three
oh
people
yes.
who had all access to the Discord. Me, Tara, and Yellow. I can do whatever I wanted to. So I kicked Ruthie out of the call. I didn't kick her from the Discord. I dropped her from the call only because she was interrupting him. So she came back and she was pissed. She was like, "How fucking dare you kick me from the fucking call?" She was pissed, going off. And I was like, "Hold on, hold on. Y'all know how I get. I start off calm, but you keep saying too many fuckings. I'ma
Hmm.
come up on my character too." And I'm like, not too much, because we live in the same city. It can go there. Stop. And she going off. And I'm like, ma'am, do you realize how rude it is that Tara is being silenced? She has been talked about for 6 hours, and Yellow Chick has been expressing how she feels for 6 hours. And the moment that Tara come here to start speaking her piece, you start singing gospel music over her. That's rude. So of course I kicked you out of the call. You could have came back, but when you come back, you gotta be quiet and let these women talk out their beef. I said, just because you feel uncomfortable doesn't mean everybody else has to shut up. That means that maybe it's time for you to step away. I
Hmm.
had communicated that to her and to my Lisa at two different points in this conversation. Because mind you, it lasted all day until the next day. So my Lisa did the same thing. She told Tara, "This is too much. I want to stop having the conversation." And again, I repeated the same thing to my Lisa as I repeated to Ruthie. It's not fair that y'all are trying to silence Tara when she's speaking her piece. It's not fair. If y'all
So
are uncomfortable, then y'all need to lead a conversation.
can I jump in with a quick little thing? I'm assuming that Ruthie is on chose to be on the side of Yellow Chick, right?
No, she wasn't. Earlier
No.
that day, no, she wasn't.
What about
Earlier
now?
that day,
She talking
she
about
is
now.
now.
Yes, now. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I kicked her out of the Discord from
Well,
that
let
call.
me just say this. My first time ever meeting Ruthie, we have never ever been friends on this app. We have had conversations with one another on other panels, but we have never been friends because my first time ever meeting her, I was hosting a live. Public was on my live. Duchess was on my live. Alex, she's on Messy Side of TikTok. She was on my live. We were all having a conversation. Ruthie, and this was over a year ago, but this is my very first impression I've ever gotten her of her ever. Ruthie comes into my live and she says, "I feel like I'm about to, like, I can't take it anymore. I'm about to end it," or something like that, right? So Now, mind you, this is when I too was on the pub, having public on my panel. I was so excited. So when she came in and was like, "I'm about to end it all," I'm not gonna lie, I was slightly annoyed because one, I never met her in my life. I never knew her. And when she came in, she was like, "I'm about to end it all." I'm thinking, "Oh, this must be Duchess's friend, or this must be Public's friend, or this must be Alex's friend." So I end the live. We all pop on a call with Ruthie. She talks about how, oh no, before I ended it, she talked about how her mother had passed. That's what she said. My mother passed in the comments. She didn't get on the panel and say this. She said this in the comment section. And then that's when I was like, oh God, because I'm a mama's girl. So I was like, no, let's go hop on the call with her. Alex, Duchess, me, and I think Katie was there. I don't know if y'all know Katie, but I think Katie was there. And we all hopped on a call with her. And this was my very first impression. And I have never, ever, ever, ever been friends with this girl. We hopped on a call with her, and she was saying that how her mother passed. That's what she said. My mother passed, and I'm losing it, and I'm having a bad day, and this, that, and the third. And then she keeps talking more and more and more. And then come to find out, her mother had passed a few years prior, and it was actually the anniversary of her mother's passing. I still was like, oh, okay, you know what? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's, that's kind of sad. Let's still hear out. I want to say about 20 minutes into the call, she starts talking about how she grew up in LA, that she was a model, how she dated famous NBA players, how and I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and I ain't got no motherfucking wings. That she was always been a daddy's girl, and she loves her daddy so so much, and that when she was younger, all of the dark skinned girls used to be jealous of her because she was pretty, light skinned, and had good hair. And it was that moment I text Alex on the back end and said, "Bitch, I'm finna drop from this call. This chick is weird." That was my first and only impression that I have ever had of Ruthie. So that's why I wanted to clarify. I'm pretty sure she's on the side of Yellowchick right now because over that long time ago, she said that shit to me and it gave me a icky motherfucking feeling. It felt like I had worms in my stomach and I was like, I'm finna go. And ever since then, I never really fuck with her. And I know, and I always clock the stupid shit that she does very early on because my first impression of her was a terrible fucking taste. Now, also, come to find out, Alex didn't know her like that. Duchess didn't know her like that. Katie didn't know her like that. Nobody really knew her like that. And when I found that out, I was like, I thought that was your friend. And she was like, no, I thought that was your friend. I thought that's why she came into your life. And I was like, I don't know her. Katie, you know her? Katie was like, I don't know her. Duchess, do you know her? Duchess was like, I don't know her. So ever since then, every time she's on a panel, I'm always waiting for her to do some weird shit because the first time I ever met her, it was the weirdest fucking thing I ever seen. And that's what I want to throw that little story in there. But
Yeah.
yeah, so her
Not quite
singing.
what I agree with what I figured you were going there because although Ruthie was saying that she quote unquote saw that Yellow was wrong, I think she was performing because she switched too quick. And you don't switch that quick to the person that you clocking as being problematic. I mean, it was immediate. She tried to start singing as a way to distract it, not because she was uncomfortable with herself, because you was clocking her too. That's what I think. She was
Mhm.
being clocked in it too. And then what you just said, East validated what I thought. Like that's why she was uncomfortable.
Yeah. And so yeah, the whole thing is I kicked her out of the Discord call, not the Discord, just because she was interrupting a conversation that two grown women was having. And I felt like that was rude, especially to start singing in all of our ears. Like, it's rude. Like, you want people to stop having this conversation that's important to them because you are tired of it. It just, to me, I was like, no, no. And I stood on it. And the next day, she blocked me on everything. Like, she blocked me on literally everything. I had her phone number. She blocked me. Like, she just was like, fuck you for kicking me out of this Discord call. I didn't say nothing to her. I just kicked her out the Discord call, and she was hot. Like, she was fucking pissed off. She ain't talked to me about it or nothing. She was just like, fuck you, bitch. Like, and blocked me on everything. So I was like, fuck it then. Like, you blocked me on everything. We moving on. Whatever. It's not about me. Um, so yeah, the second call going on, um my Lisa freak out and say the same thing, and I tell her the same thing because she was in the hot and heavy seat too, based on something that she had did or a part that she had played in it, and she was close to Yellow, and she felt uncomfortable because she was like, I know what Yellow was doing was wrong, but like, why do we have to argue? We friends, this and that. And then by that time, Yellow had realized she was losing everybody. Like, literally everybody was like, this is fucked up, because they had been hearing what she was saying. So she was just like, I'm sorry. She had started crying white woman tears, and people wasn't hearing it because she still wasn't getting what she was doing, and she was actively still doing it in the current moment. Like, she was being harmful to Tara all day, and then when she was being clocked on being harmful to Tara, when she realized that everybody was saying you was wrong, she was saying, I'm sorry, I don't see how. And she kept turning it onto her and her feelings and da da da. And we like, you still haven't acknowledged what you did to Tara. Like, you still haven't acknowledged that. And she kept going, like literally another 2 hours of a Discord call. So like, this shit had lasted for like 10 hours on the fucking back end. It was very annoying, to say the least. Um, so yeah, and that night, she some other people who wasn't there had a separate call, including some of Public's mods. I believe it was Lux, Shawnee. Maybe they was included. I don't know. Or they came in on the back end. I got the receipts in my Discord, but I don't know how they played a part. I'm gonna keep it real. But Melanin was there, me, Dark Horse, and Yellow, I think. We was having our own separate call. My Lisa and Yellow had a very close relationship, like very fucking close, very fucking close. Like, they went over each other's house. They helped each other with whatever the fuck they was going through. I don't fucking know. Actually, I know, but it ain't nobody business. Whatever. So, I know my Lisa's point, not Yellow's. My Lisa never told none of Yellow business. So we in the Discord call, and Melanin sister is getting caught up on everything. And Melanin sister and Yellow was really close. Yellow was close to all of us. Yellow used to call Melanin sister her safety auntie. So, she had that endearment with her. So we in a Discord call, and Melanin like, let me get this straight, Yellow. All day you held a Discord call about Tara. You did this, you did that. You said this and you said that about dark skinned women, and I'm a dark skinned woman. Do you know how harmful that is to me? And Yellow was like, yeah, but, and she was like, but I don't want to hear it. That's fucked up what you said. That's fucked up what you did. The stuff that you are saying makes your group unsafe for dark skinned women. And then Yellow got offended because I guess she realized, like, people wasn't on her side. So this is a separate call away from the group. It was just the people in the group. So my Lisa had started speaking up about how she felt. And mind you, my Lisa is the sweetest, like, not sweet, but she's the most like meek person in the group. So Yellow starts going off on my Lisa. I can't believe you taking their side. You this, you that. Remember the time I started trying to help you with blah blah, and started trying to tell us like her personal business
Oh,
about what was going
hell
on
no.
between them in the middle of the call. So Melanin, me, and Dark Horse was like, stop, Yellow, stop. Don't tell her business. Do not tell her business. And she kept going off. No, because I helped her with her kid, and start bringing up this lady kids. And my Lisa is sobbing, y'all. Like, I'm talking about, like, sobbing. And she started bringing up this lady business, telling us her business. So we start telling her, no, we don't want to hear it. Stop. But she was like basically trying to blackmail her with whatever business she knew about her at the time. Which had to do with her fucking kids. And I felt that was fucked up. Melanin felt it was fucked up, and Dark Horse felt it was fucked up. So at that point, and Tara, because I believe Tara was there too. At that point, I was fucking done. I was like, I'm not fucking with you no more because I was thinking about giving you a chance after the Tara situation. Like maybe we could have talked about it, but what you just did to my Lisa was the nail in the fucking coffin. Because if you will do that to her and you see her every fucking day and you about to tell her business to make her feel bad, you will do the same thing to me. So I was like, I'm fucking cool on you. I'm cool. I'm fucking cool on you. So I became cool on her. I think Dark Horse became cool on her. Melanin sister had became cool on her. And we was like, we ain't fucking with you no more. She started texting all of us, including my Lisa, and she did the same thing to my Lisa in a text message. This time she text messaged her personally and was like, all the shit I helped you with, blah, 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 blah. And then she texted me something else, blah, 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 blah. She texted Dark Horse something else, blah, blah, blah. Why aren't y'all talking to me? Y'all icing me out. I told her, give me a couple days. I have to process this, or give me some time. I have to process this. Once I processed it, it was a wrap. I didn't want to fuck with her no more. I had saw her for the course of like 2 days on 10-hour calls, do very harmful shit to women that she has met in person. On top of the shit she said about dark skinned women and just like the whole nature of her elitist, because she was saying how she was raised in a 2 parent household, so a lot of people are jealous of her. She came from here, so people are just. I was like, I'm done. We've had multiple conversations with you about the shit that you say about colorism. I don't want to fuck with you no more. So I decided to stop fucking with her.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting also because I pointed this out, like, because I was upset with my Lisa for basically downplaying what happened and essentially like, oh, we can all be friends. It could be the group again. And I was over at that point because not only did she do what she did, people had to keep explaining to her for her to even apologize. And she was like, well, I really don't want to apologize because I don't see what I did wrong. And I'm like, you know what you did wrong. You just don't want to be held accountable, whatever. But it's just interesting to me how the call with my Lisa now was like everything was on my Lisa. And I've noticed that if you are assertive and you speak up for yourself, people assume that it's okay to treat you like shit. You gonna be alright. You'll stand up for yourself. And I was irritated because I felt like based on the way it went down, I never got the same amount of grace I saw other women get. Even though, like, for her to call people individually like that and then hold the call, that's what a smear campaign is. That's, I'm going to influence the whole group because you over here trying to hold me accountable. You can't do that. I'm the fucking leader. You're not allowed to do that. You're out. But she didn't expect for Lynn to come in there and give her pushback. And she didn't expect people to side with me when I explained what was going on. So then it was like, oh, on. So then it was like, oh no, it wasn't supposed to be like that. So it was ironic because she talked about being iced out. That's literally what she was trying to do to me. That was the crazy part. Because why would you make all these individual calls and then host a Discord call with add everybody to come in here when I can't be in the call and just go on a whole tantrum on me for hours? And the reason why the women in pub Discord, because what happened was my Lisa came in there. I was in there late at night just chilling. They was doing like the little whiteboard thing, and I was in there doing like the stuff on the whiteboard. So my Lisa came in there like, oh, I just want to apologize. I'm like, I just don't want to talk about it right now. Right now, right here, not the place or whatever. Because like it wasn't like this shit happened. I'm like, I'm gonna go tell everybody. At that point, people were like, what the fuck happened? So it got explained. And then when Sin showed up on the live a couple weeks later, people wanted to know what the fuck was going on. And then when it was explained what happened, we actually did a Discord call where everybody watched the live where it happened. And they like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like on a live, ain't nothing about that live is, oh, this is just a we making up this topic just to confront Yellow. That live was a long ass live. Like it, what she claimed happened did not happen. She felt attacked because her ego got bruised. And it's like they was like, we're gonna vote her out. Now, I kicked her. I deleted all her stuff in her Discord I could. I deleted it because I'm like, you what, and the reason why I deleted everything in her Discord is because she threatened to tell all of my Lisa's business because my Lisa didn't want to take her side. And I'm like, you got all this information about women, sharing ideas and connecting, and you saying you gonna use it against people. You don't deserve to have access to people or things that you can weaponize. So I deleted all her channels and I left. And then I went in Pub's Discord because I was a moderator and I kicked her. And then when he called me, like, you know, that's a bad look because she a black woman and everything, I'm like, shit, my bad. And they was like, well, we going to do a vote. And the vote was fucking unanimous. It was unanimous. It was like 63 women who said, no, she needs to go. And then when the shit hit the fan with Public, it was like she used that as an opportunity to be like, oh, now's my time to shine. And she felt some type of way because she said I iced her out. No, people saw your character and they didn't like it. They didn't like it. People were saying, and it was people who said we didn't. They was like, I don't even like being in her lives. We only was in her lives because that's where everybody was at. And she want to, make it seem like this was something to attack her. No, people saw your true colors, and they want nothing to do with you. That's on you. That's on you. But once you found a opportunity to get back in, you try to, and then you wanted to bring me back up. You want to talk about how I'm jealous of you. I don't pay that shit. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put you in the background, and I'm gonna talk about the shit you did. I'm gonna talk about how you a fucking colorist. And you, it's not just. And she right now it's so irritating because she's stealing our shit. She's stealing our shit. We was talking about how like we light skin, we inherently colorist. We need to unpack that shit. But it's not for her. It's not that. For her is she don't. She loves the fact that she's light skinned and she thinks she's better than people. What's that, Lan?
This is like, okay, so June's still cool with Yellow. This is a conversation June messaged me about. Everything that I said, shit, y'all. What the hell?
Can you read it? Cause I can't see the whole
Okay,
thing.
so it's just basically like pointing out some points that I said. So June's still cool with Yellow, so you know this isn't like it's unbiased. So June said, because we had a conversation prior to about how she felt. She felt I was throwing her under the bus, and I said I wasn't. Blah 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 blah. And she said all that Yellow said about the whole other offline stuff and her calling people was all news to me. I told Yellow it wasn't personal on Tara's part, although she felt hurt. Yes, Tara did sound annoyed or frustrated in the moment, and I said yeah. But the point is, we could have avoided this if she would have went straight to the source, which was Tara. To say I feel like y'all talking about me behind my back while talking about Tara behind her back is crazy. It's cut off. And she said, June said, don't disagree. This was something to chat to Tara about first, but I think Yellow internalized the elephant in the room comment, which made her think it was more personal than it actually was. It was too late to do anything other than cry peace and encourage Yellow to accept it can be solved. I said, yeah, but I think she is being coddled because she was. In my opinion, that's why I was being harsh to get her to understand what she was doing because she wasn't getting Tara. I said, it's a big deal to do something like this, and I don't want it to happen to anyone, not even you. I'm going to say call June. Nobody is more important than that, and that's the conversation. I tell everyone how I feel in the moment to their face. My tone can be different, but you can never say I talked about you behind your back. I think everyone deserves the respect to defend themselves, is what I told her. Um, and then she started saying something about Tara was she felt Tara was wrong for hosting a live about her because she felt like she was trying to publicly humiliate her. Again, she felt like it was personal when it was a group thing. We were all put together. Like we were all, our feet were all being held to the fire. It was to address all of us. So, um, and she felt it was personal, which that's what we said. Um, the crazy part is, y'all, in this, the reason why it's getting overshadowed and it got overshadowed is because they're trying to put this all on me. Like, it's easier to scapegoat one person because y'all haven't heard Tara's name in this at all, because I think, one, Yellow don't want the story to come out, and two, it's easier to scapegoat me because if you listen to the story, I was there a lot of the time, but it didn't really have anything to do with me. It was between Yellow and Tara was mad at what Yellow did to her. I just supported Tara. I agreed with Tara when she said she felt Yellow did her wrong, and I no longer wanted to be Yellow's friend. And so Yellow, in order to link up with Public Nim and make it a bigger spectacle, she went on the attack against me. Like, and turned this whole thing into a problem about Lynn. Instead of like making it and addressing this separate, she's trying to make it seem like, yeah, let's talk about the mean girl allegations. Y'all iced me out. Y'all iced me out. That's the story. That's the reason why we iced her out. And we did ice her out.
I love how you stood on business, Lynn. I really do.
The other thing too, when she had the conversation with you, is that when she saw that you, to her, because it is about a hierarchy in size, right? It's not about the truth or somebody being able to recognize it. So to her, you are on our side, quotations. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why she wanted to give you an apology, and it also triangulates you against everybody else. Because she said, I won't give anybody else an apology, but I will give you one.
Yeah.
That was intentional to triangulate. And
Ah.
when people watch it back, who like Tara watching it back, knowing what happened, is frustrating. But again, you didn't know all of that, right? And that
Mm.
also beats their allegations of like this smear campaign about them. No, a lot of shit been left quiet, and she's really good. Like she tried to slander me and Lynn about a man, and then when I brought up Reggie about her, she tried to play victim. Like, oh my god, what are you talking about? But she said that she was 4B, and she chased men around. That is something to be talked about, but nobody did it. But when she tried to do it to me and Lynn, and then I threw something back in her face, she tries to play this like she's like, the thing about them, they're really good at manipulation. Public too, like that's where they benefit because they don't stand on business and they're not honest and they're not real. Um, they are actually
Yeah. Wait a minute,
manipulative.
because now I'm playing the conversation back in my head. Oh. So damn. So when I just jumped up here saying, "Hey y'all, seen the pick me," da da da, Tara's like, "Bitch, why'd you expect her accept her motherfucking apology?" And now I'm just like, oh,
Well,
so
not
she
bitch,
was drunk.
nah.
I know,
But,
but now I'm because
and I
they
didn't say
they
nothing.
playing the. Oh, go ahead,
and
me.
I didn't I didn't say nothing in the moment because I don't think it's fair to hold you to something you didn't know, because again, the apology in the moment sound genuine when all the other stuff was going on. It was so much before and after that happened, and sometimes hindsight is 2020. But I still think you have the right to look at it yourself. I sent it to you and determine it without any extra pressure, because it was a lot going on. Like, villain really showed her ass with her manipulative ass too, so it was a lot going on.
Super
It's been
Can
a
I
villain.
lot.
comment? Hold on, let me comment
Super
on the
villain.
thing. Hold on, I want to comment on the Reggie thing too. But she make it seem like, oh, y'all policing my body and when I could do whatever. That wasn't the case. My problem was she called me like I'm coming to DC. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. I'm gonna come out. Like, let's hang out. We hung out. We did not hang out that long. I got there late. We probably hung out for like 45 minutes. KGR was there. In total, she probably hung out with us for like 2 hours. And she like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go back to my room and all that. Bad. She came on the live later that night, showing all these pictures, all this stuff she did to hang out with Reggie. And that's the thing too. She make it seem like, oh, I'm in community for women. I want to just hang out with women. But she really be she can't she didn't come to DC to hang with us. She came down there to hang out with Reggie.
She,
That's and then you can do whatever you want with your body and all that. But if you want to just fuck with Reggie, don't use me as a cover. That I have a problem with.
so when I saw her on, okay, so when she said, when she was like, I'm not apologizing to anybody else, really, she was saying, I'm not apologizing to Tara. And when I saw her on the live not too long ago, and I don't know if it was a screen recording or if I just saw her on the live. I can't remember, but I know that she was on the live with some people, and she was saying they calling me a colorist, and they're trying to get me, they're trying to dox me, and they're trying to get me um, fired from my job, and I'm a nurse, and da 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 da.
That never happened.
Go from
I
my
don't. I don't
job.
know where she works. Like I literally don't know. None of us knows where she works. We stopped talking to her. The what she's right about, East, is that we
But
haven't
she
talked about
changed
this
jobs
for.
7 fucking times. I'm going back on mute.
I don't know how many fucking times she. I don't give a fuck about her that much to even know that. She what she's right about is that it has been 6 months. She keeps saying it's been 6 months that this happened, and they bought this to TikTok. That's not true. We've been quiet about this the entire time. Sin bought it to TikTok in the first place because she came on my panel and Tara's panel to try to talk to us about it because we stopped talking to Sin too. Because that's a whole nother conversation. And Sin's mad about that. But that's something that happened. We stopped talking to Sin, right? So Sin bought it to TikTok. We didn't talk about it again for a long time until the public situation happened and Yellowchick started going live and saying shit on live, calling us a liar, saying that we the mean girls, we iced her out, we destroyed her Discord and her community and da 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 da. Like I got mind control over Debo, and I told all the women in her community to leave her alone. No, those women made a decision because they sat in that live and I mean in that Discord, and they heard her the stuff that she said for 10 hours. I'm talking about the women who were deep in the Discord with her. Like I'm talking about Chanel, Monica, and her were hella close. Melanin and her were hella close. We all met her in person. So ask yourself, women that she was very close to, very fucking close, like very close, who she brought us all together, who we all, a lot of us met her. Ask yourself why we will all collectively make a decision to not fuck with her. And we were all in that Discord call that day. It would have to be a reason. Monica
Mhm.
just didn't choose the side of me because I forced her to. Like, they didn't choose Tara's side because we forced them to. They have minds of their own. They sat in that Discord call and they heard the horrible things that she was saying, and
But
they
it
made
wasn't
the
just a
decision.
Discord call. It's the way she tried to present the live and what happened. And when they watched the live back, that's when it really resonated. They're like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" Because the elephant in the room that she claimed was about her was about was the elephant in the room was colorism. That's what the elephant in the room was. Like she was so clearly lying and misrepresenting what happened. And when people saw it with their own eyes and listen to it with their own ears, they like, oh hell no, you're lying. Like
Mm. And that makes
you
sense why the people that was actually there and saw everything are the ones that sided with y'all, and the ones that wasn't even there and wasn't in the Discord are the ones that sided with her.
Yeah.
Like like uh like Lux and the rest of them.
No, no, no. Lux
yeah,
and
listen,
them,
they voted her out. They didn't fuck with her either.
they didn't fuck with her either until this happened, until the situation with me and Jeff happened. That's when they was like, hey, let's reach back out and let's be friends again, because that was never my beef in the first place. So they gave each other the benefit of the doubt and was like, we gonna forget that we didn't fuck with each other based on like morals and shit in the past, and we gonna link up together because now we got the same enemy, which is they conveniently made me.
And they can lie about the vote because they disbanded Public's Discord. They didn't know we was gonna keep the receipt. So they can lie and say that they didn't vote for it, and Public can lie and say that he didn't have nothing to do with it and he was upset about it when the whole group decided it. So if you can't prove that they decided it, then they can say whatever. But when you show the proof, then they be looking crazy. But again, the truth doesn't matter for them. They're okay with lying because they want to protect Public's platform and Jeff's platform. And Yellow wants a platform. That's why she's projecting her desires onto everybody else. And that's another reason why they like certain women like BPG and Shan and Yellow, who are trying to grow their platform, are going to defy logic on the show. Well, Yellow ain't gonna defy logic, but them other two are defying logic because they want to be in proximity. So that some people know exactly what's going on, they just don't care. Like they're convincing themselves that it's something else, so that they can morally sit with what they're doing. That's how I see it.
Somebody
And
said
then
sad girls club. I'm
and then with the whole like
sad girls
situation with
club.
you, um, with the whole situation with you, like, believe you me, there were things we all stood with pup. Like this whole, oh no, East, I never had a problem with you. That message wasn't meant, was a bold faced fucking lie. That
Oh, I know
message
that.
was how you read it.
I know that.
Okay. And believe me, because we were on the back end and we were okay with the message. Like it was none of our business. So whatever. Yellow had her Discord. We were under Yellow's Discord, and then Pub had his Discord. It was under Pub's Discord. Yellow was the creator, and so was Pub. But then me and Tara was also making our platforms too, right? I had my own Discord, but I had the Discord before they had their Discords. Like before Yellow had a Discord, I had a Discord. I just wasn't using it, right? So, when the whole shit happened with y'all, we had started coming in my Discord little by little to put some shit in there, right? I think me and Mia talked to you about that on the back end. So there was shit in my
About harmony.
Discord.
I mean, we could say it was that was about harmony though. It wasn't about nothing more than that.
Yeah, it was about you, man. Not about you, about Harmony.
No,
A hundred
because
percent.
East did what she did and then she left it alone, and didn't like when East say the reason why East even got overshadowed, oddly enough, is because when you listen to what East say about it, she didn't go after the women. So it ended up being like yeah, you did your lie, but it was like whatever, because Harmony was being harmful. Like she was, which we already know that we seen it Sunday. But that's why the focus ended up being on her, because she was like crashing out. So go ahead, Lynn.
And her shit didn't make sense. Like your shit made sense. But the reason why it all stopped too and the women stopped coming because um Public told the women to stop. That's why when he be saying like, I don't control the group, these women have a mind of his own. It's a lie, it's a gaslight. Public told the women to stop talking about you, to stop going over there, to stop going on panels, to stop addressing the situation with
Oh,
you.
it
That's
did.
why it
I
stopped.
fucking knew it because it did stop. I mean, it stopped all at one time. Oh, that lying buck tooth gap nigga. Oh, I fucking knew it. Oh, I fucking knew it because that shit did stop all at one time.
Hmm. He told everybody to stop going after to stop, and everybody stopped.
Mm, mm,
Like
mm.
with you, everybody just stopped. That's how it happened. So I believe the same thing happened again, like with my situation. I think he told them stop addressing it. Like, don't go live. Don't say nothing about the whole Lynn situation. But notice this, the reason why I say that. Because Yellow Chick, and KGR, because Yellow is crying on AP Live, saying, I just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone. On Genty Live, she's like, I just want to be left alone.
And that's what I was wondering because
There,
y'all wasn't really
hold on,
talking
hold
about
on,
Yellow
hold
Chick.
on,
Okay, go
hold
ahead.
on. KGR went on Genty's live to start it, to start the conversation. I have the beginning of the live, y'all.
But you gotta
Everyone.
remember, KGR and Yellow was together at the same
They were
time.
together. They
So
were in the
yeah,
car
Tara.
together.
So the whole time I'm on AP's live talking to
She
Yellow.
started that too.
She's
She went
having
on
a
AP's
conver
live and started that conversation too.
she's having
Nobody's
a
do she's doing it on her own and saying, I just want them to stop talking about me.
That's what I'm saying. So Tara, the whole time me and Yellow Chick are having that conversation with on AP's live, and we're having a conversation, but she's not only having a conversation with just me, she's also having a conversation about you and also victimizing
Mm-hmm.
herself at the same
Mm-hmm.
fucking time. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, oh, she's saying I want people to stop coming at me. I'm thinking it's because I showed the screenshot on Genty's live, but really it wasn't about the screenshot on Genty's live. She doesn't want, she was trying to make herself be a victim. She was trying to make y'all seem like the mean girls coming after her. She was trying to make it seem like it was a witch hunt, and she was also uh like
That's
like
what supervillain meant.
But
Yeah,
it
When
did you
she
wasn't
see
came
me?
up
Did
there
you
and
see
she
me in
said
the
that.
that
comments,
though.
East? I was firing off in the
mhm.
comments at her,
It
Yellow,
wasn't.
the whole
It
time.
wasn't
Go
just.
ahead.
It wasn't just a screenshot though. I got upset because they were
Finished.
coming on live and I couldn't talk about it. So I said, "Bet if I can't talk about it on live, I'm going to talk about it." So I made a post on my page where I took the background I have on it and I took the text that she sent, and that's why she was referring to the text message in that live because people miss the live. Some people catch the live, they don't know what's going on. But if I make a post and you see people comment in real time, you see people saving it and reposting it, that's different. She's trying to clear that up. The fact that I posted that on my page, that's what that's about. Because why else would she bring up the text? And she's talking about no comment. I can't comment when it happened because she didn't want to mention my name. But yeah, I know what the fuck you doing. You've been doing this shit for months. I'm not stupid.
So yeah, because they're being like soft and demure, and y'all never seen me. What they keep saying is y'all never seen us cuss anybody out. Y'all never seen us yell at anybody. But like what y'all also have seen is that we'll bring shit to people's front door. We'll say what we said. So why would we lie about what we said? If we calling bitches bitches and like dragging shit out of the catacombs, why would we make up a story? Y'all are the one who's deflecting, trying to say anything but what happened, not us.
Hmm. Do you think that she brought up me and supervillain as a way because she knew that that shit was gonna trigger me, and I was gonna? Do you think that?
And that
No,
was a
she
that
bought it
was a that
up.
was a pull to her plat. Oh, go ahead, Lynn.
She bought it up too, I think, because she lied and she knows she lied and she heard us say, like, they're listening to the live right now. Like, they know. Or they're gonna run back and tell her. She knows because it's been said multiple times that she lied about us having beef with you. She thought you was off the app, so she thought it would be safe to say like they even had beef with East and them. And she knew that she sent like you brought up that message, so she was like, "Oh shit, like I'm in trouble now." Because
Mm-hmm.
not only did you get what I'm saying? Go ahead, Dark
Mm-hmm.
Horse.
So, now I'm gonna say it's a lot of damage control. It's like a public relations saying fix your image too. So she was actually at asking AP to side with her image. Like, remember East and Supervillain? Y'all didn't like each other, but my place was a peaceful space, and people who didn't like each other came here to talk, blah, blah, blah. She said it a lot of times. I
She
didn't
did
watch
say
a
that a
lot, but
lot.
only
She
once.
did say that a lot.
Most.
And she was like,
Yeah.
I'm never in drama. I'm never in
I'm
drama.
never in drama, right? That's
And
what she's trying to clean up their
this is
image.
the first time I've ever been. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, damn, Tara, I know you must have been motherfucking fuming watching that shit.
Yeah, I was
Mm.
irritated.
And she like freaking that whole like they know Eve.
And then now
They
she's
know
gonna
that
use
we
now she's gonna use me saying that East forgive me, but they can't. Oh,
well not anymore because she watching it. So they gotta
Clock
change.
it.
She gotta
Everybody
change
say
her.
clock it. Yeah, she got to get a new
Yeah.
story. New story
She
will
gotta
be
get a
out by
new story.
Saturday.
The-
New story
So
will be
like,
out by
and
Saturday.
this is the thing. This is the thing. They have the reason why the whole no comment thing keep coming up and the damage control keep coming up. Like, cause she even tried to. Cause Tara and Lynn, they're the ones who helped me too. That wasn't her story before the other day. The
Yeah.
other day when we came out, the day before yesterday, something major happened. Me and Poetic Lady had a little hash out on Tara's live, and on that live, I made it emphatically clear that I have receipts of everything. Tara has made it emphatically clear we have receipts of everything. We have made it clear that we will post the receipts. They don't want that to happen. They know that we not fucking around. So now the story got to change because they don't want the receipts to come out. It got to look like, just leave me alone. I want to be a peacemaker. Remember Tara and Lynn, y'all taught me some stuff. It's placating to us. She's trying to placate
mm.
to
And that's
everybody.
where I got the colorism thing from. That's what she said that on the live too. Yeah, because they're the ones that taught me that. Oh, oh, this bitch is the devil.
We
This
didn't
bitch is.
teach her shit. She kept pushing back. That's the thing. On the public end, she's going to appear that, oh no, I'm unpacking, I'm deconstructing, all that kind of stuff. But that's not what the motherfucker say when ain't nobody looking, or and she's not trying to appeal to the masses, right?
Okay.
If you catch her at the wrong time when she's upset and you get her worked up, she'll slip up and say it like y'all say you got to talk her down on pivot slide, what have you. But if she is trying to appeal to everyone, she'll whitewash everything and she'll make everything what is it, more palatable for everyone else. Like I'm just here, and make it a talk, turn the conversation off of something serious. So I'm doing my nails, whatever it is. She's going to, I do say the whole white lady act, the whole white lady act. And when
Mhm.
that doesn't work, it goes to right. I'm gonna start giving you fake ass compliments, right? To try to butter you up. If that don't work, I'm going to the white woman tears. That's the
But
order of things. I'm telling you.
here's the crazy part. It was so hard for her to conceptualize what we were saying to the point where she had to sit and make herself a victim and claim somebody iced her out. That all of a sudden now she get it. All of a sudden now she understands how colorism work and how deconstructing work. Like, get the fuck out of here. So you lying this whole time.
And
And
that's
shout
why
out to
Fatima went up there and
Fatima.
clocked.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because
You said it
Fatima
before
called
me.
out. Yeah.
I got too excited. I'm sorry, Tara, because
That's why I had text on lunch. That's why I had text Fatima because I was able to watch it on lunch. And I was like, shout out to Fatima because Fatima came up there and ate the girl up. Okay, like she clocked it. But the
Fatima
thing
had me
is,
listen. Let me shout out to Fatima too because by when I was talking to super to super villain, I was already at a 10, and when I'm at a 10, I no longer make sense. Now I just want to yell. You know what I'm saying? And she came in and said, "East, let me just say this because you're very emotional," and she motherfucking laid that shit the fuck out. And baby, when I tell you, I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Fatima, for that because
we
when
love a Ivy League babe. Shout out to that
girl,
Ivy League brain because she be clocking it, honey.
she clocked that shit because I was so mad and she was right. I was emotional. I just woke up. I had them, in the morning time you got the cortisone running coursing through your veins and shit like that. And then she came and laid that shit out so nice and so I was just like, yes. Well, go ahead, y'all. I'm sorry.
no, but that's all I was saying. Like she said everything beautifully and really wrapped it up because we was all emotional, and I think it's a time and place for that. But I definitely think it's necessary to have somebody with a clear head who can objectively speak about it too without all the emotion, so that it can be clear and concise. But Yellow on Ty's live, I mean on Genty's live Sunday, Yellow regurgitated what we had been saying for weeks. Like when I introduce something or when I'm saying something, I'm acknowledging what it is. She literally took notes of what we said, like we heard motherfucking PR prep, and it was weird hearing her say things that she's never said before, and you know how I know because when Haram came up there and asked her about her name, she went back to what Yellow does. That was Yellow's true self. The shit she was saying earlier was not her. She was reading off the notebook, off of our notes. But when she responded about the name, that was her authentic thought because she don't give a fuck about what nobody's talking about. And she not gonna change it. And I think that when people, because I think somebody was saying something about you can't I forget who it was. You can't
It was
police.
pretty. It was
Okay,
pretty
well,
intellectual.
Pretty was saying like not policing nobody's we not policing no.
Name.
So the thing is, I ain't never said nothing about police. I don't give a fuck. But when you having a conversation and she's denying stuff, that's gonna be the point where people can say, oh, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense because if she would be unpacking, then it wouldn't make sense. It would be like whatever the lie she tells about the little yellow chickie would make sense if she was actually able to conceptualize and articulate what it means to be inherently colorist and what does it mean to be unpacking it and clocking it. But she doesn't, and that's why she's performing. So she can name herself whatever she want to name it. But what I do not like and what I do want to police is her delusion. This pretty girl shit got to be stopped. Like I'm not quite sure.
You so
That
terrible.
got to stop. That
Enough is
delusion
enough.
That's
gotta
what we
stop.
standing on. We
Man,
standing
let's
on
be
that
for
shit.
real.
That is
That's
weird.
what it's all gonna come down. That's what I'm coming
And
down
then
to.
hold on, wait, hold on, wait,
I'm with
hold on.
you. I'm
She
shutting
keeps
up because I should have said it.
no, no,
I should have said it a long ago. So I apologize.
no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't apologize for shit. Let me just say this. And she gotta stop. She gotta stop making it seem like I came over here crying about her putting my name, which is my middle name, out on live. That's not what was happening. One, she tells everybody her name on live. She tells everybody her name. Like literally anybody and everybody has Yellowchick's number, and she's told all of us her name. We all know her fucking name, and she says it all the time on live. Now, when it comes to me, for whatever reason, that's my personal fucking business. Nobody knows my name. Nobody knows my name, like at all. Like Mia knows, Tara and Dark, like, but people don't know. I don't go around like just sharing it like casually with motherfuckers. So for you to come on live and say that when I said, hey, Meredith, because you always say on live, this is my name, that's different. But whatever, you said my name on live, like, who fucking cares, nigga? I was just making a point because you were on that live 10 minutes before saying that I had DOX'd you and that I was trying to call your job, and that wasn't true. But what you did will be more in alignment of you DOXing me. But you can keep saying my name. It don't fucking matter, nigga. Like, I have a black name. I have a very black name. My first and my middle name is very fucking ethnic. One of them is like spiritually ethnic that my dad made, and then the other one is my, like, bitch, who cares? Like, let's be fucking for real. Like, you think that's a gotcha moment and you keep talking about that. No, let's talk about what you did to Tara. Let's talk about what you did to me. Let's talk about what you did to the group. You don't want to talk about that though. You keep making it seem like I cry over a DOX, and stop saying that. Just let that shit the fuck go. Let's talk about what you actually said and what you actually did that was harmful. I've admitted to calling bitches bitches. But what did I do to you? You say I iced you out. I did ice you out
How did
because of what you
KGR get
did.
into it?
Oh my
How
God.
she end up being the one to go up on?
Cause she a rock eater and it fucks with her brain cells.
Lord.
So okay, KGR got into like I'm mind you, I'm in this mess because I be calling bitches out for the shit that they be doing. Um, y'all all though, all 43 people in this motherfucker, and y'all can stop playing in my fucking face, including the people who watching on Discord. However many of y'all motherfuckers watching on the back end, stop playing in my face. In the words of Look, stop playing in my fucking face. Um, y'all all know how KGR is because the day after the election, everybody was talking about KGR being annoying. I'm talking about from Pub to BPG to motherfucking everybody because she kept coming up on panels. We talking about solutions. We talking about moving forward. We talking about plans. And she kept coming up on fucking panels and in discords with this doomsday shit. Like all fucking day after the election. She was doomsday this. I gotta leave this. I gotta sell my mansion and my farm this. Like, mind you, it was two places of refuge, Pub Discord and my Discord. It was women in my Discord who was like fucking crying about whether or not they was gonna be able to afford life because of tariffs and shit that TR UMP had said he was gonna place, and oh, what about my job? What if the government this? And like motherfuckers was scared. People were scared. And KGR would come into Discord like randomly and just be like, oh my God, life is ruined. Oh my God, get your passport. We got to get the fuck up out of here. And my family, we got to sell our farm. And like literally in one breath, a woman was talking about how she wasn't going to be able to afford life and this, and that. And like how she was scared because her kids, she can't just pick up and leave. KGR heard her saying that, heard her crying. And she was like, yeah, I don't know. Started fake crying. I don't know. I don't know. My family's gonna have to sell our farm. It's worth millions of dollars, and we're just gonna get our passports and we're gonna leave the country. But it's so sad. We've had that farm in our generation, in our family for generations. It's a multi-million-dollar farm. I'm listening to her like, lady, did you not just hear this lady cry about not having enough money and her kids and this and that? That was the second time. This point. Earlier in the day, she had did the same thing, and I had asked her nicely. I said, KGR, stop doing that. You scaring people. Like, you going on panels, you doing this. And she was like, oh, okay, got it, got it. Okay, got it. So when this woman was being centered because she was scared and like she didn't know and her finances and stuff, we was centering her and we was trying to assure her everything was gonna be okay. And we got a section in the Discord where we put in the new laws that's being in place. So if something happens, she can track it and she can make sure to prepare herself. And this is what we're doing for ourselves financially. KGR saw that woman being centered and she put on them fake fucking tears, y'all, and started talking about how rich she was and how like much money her family had and how they had to sell their fucking farm and she was gonna leave town. And I snapped. I did. I was like, KGR, shut up. Like, how rude of you.
Were
Like,
you leaving
I
out
went
that this
off on
happened three
her.
separate times and people came to you one on one saying that they were uncomfortable with it? So you didn't snap the first time she did it. It was three admonishments given. Don't leave that out. I'm going back on mute.
Right. So yeah, I snapped on her. I did. I didn't call her out her name though. I remember for a fact I didn't call her out of her name. If I did, I would say it. I don't give a fuck. I have called her out her name since, right? But I didn't call her out her name at the time. I did yell at her because of what she did. So she left because she couldn't handle, or I think I left, and she stayed in there with Summer, Dark Horse, and maybe Melanin. I don't fucking know. Definitely Summer. Summer didn't like the way I handled it either. But KGR ended up leaving too. Since that point though, she had come back to the Discord and we was cool. We had started talking. We was on panels. She was in my Discord. We were talking. We were cool, right? Um, but when the public thing happened and me and the women in Public's group like went our separate ways, she was like, fuck it, this is my opportunity. And she started saying, yeah, because you're problematic and you just because you don't have, you be coming at people fucked up like you did to me. And I was like, bitch, I know you fucking lying. Let's not act like you didn't do something because you did. And the funny part is everybody know that I'm not lying because you be doing the shit on live, stupid. Everybody knows that you're a pathological liar. Everybody knows that you will get on a panel and talk about your fucking farm and your family, and you'll switch on this fake ass country accent at the drop of a dime. You gonna start
Oh
saying,
Lord, I'd be
"Oh,
so sick of that funky
oh
ass
no, I
fucking
got my
accent.
fucking guns. Go get
Girl,
our
if you
guns."
don't
Like,
get your goofy ass, go ahead, Lynn. I'm sorry.
no, you cool, girl. This ain't that deep. I'm just telling you because you asked. But everybody knows, girl. Everybody be having a good kiki behind your back. Even the women who panels you be on, who picked you up so you can join that call, so they can make it seem like I'm such a horrible person. They was kikiing about you too. Everybody on the app. I mean, every single person but your cousin, and probably his ass too, feels the
Hold up,
same way about you.
since we talking about the KGR thing, let me say this also. It's interesting how when Ty had her on the background, we got the hootie hoo. People went over there to defend her. Like we even came back to my live to talk about it afterwards. And then she gonna be like, we told Ty to put her on the background. We gave her information to Red Pillars to call. We don't even know your number. What is you talking about? That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. That's it.
Yeah, I don't have this lady number. I
I'm just gonna say, Patricia, your beds are ready.
Oh my god. We don't know if it's Patricia or fucking Barry at this point. Or the
Barry
beast.
is dark. I want to say is Hedwig half the time.
No, Hedwig
All
is the
right.
child, right?
Listen, the fact that she follows around and she put braces on at her old ass age because she was getting trolled is giving that you're a bit stunted. Want to go back on mute.
So you're gonna say she Hedwig. No, it's giving Patricia all the way. Yeah, Patricia.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I'm back, but I like all the personalities. I think that shit's hilarious. But she got them
Patricia
all in
so
her.
switch, Mariah. What? Mariah, why you say you not my mod? Oh, we not on my
It's
live.
from the movie
Damn. I've
Split,
been
not
talking too much.
Switch. It's from the movie Split.
Split, split, split.
Yeah,
Remember the
Split.
man with the multiple personality disorder? They would be
Red
like, I'm
turtleneck.
coming to the light. That is KGR, because what the fuck? She throwing that country accent east. You didn't hear her. She's speaking like this proper, um, and I've run for council, and I've been in the government, and then she goes to the farm, and me and my family, we raise cattle, and we sell premium beef, and we be toting guns and pew-pewing people. Howdy, because I'm a country girl from Virginia, and I'd be like, whoa, what just happened there, ma'am?
Because why do you have to code switch amongst black women? That's why I never liked that shit because it was weird. Like, why are you code switching amongst us? You don't have to do that. You know, like my shit will come out when I'm mad, and that's when you'll hear the Florida shit. You know, but why is you doing that? I always thought that was weird. It was like because my daddy run a farm. Girl, shut your stupid ass up. And that's why I be calling her. She's fucking pretentious as fuck. Like, get out of here, scram, beat it, kick rocks.
But it's fake. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. She
Guys, it
made
was
it up.
all a lie.
She made it up. They made it up. It was. It's a lie. She made it up.
So let me just say this real quick. Shout out to Lady Q because it's so weird how like they form like a whole coalition or whatever. I guess they mad because they all like it's weird women who got called out for that shit. Instead of them working on themselves, they bruised or whatever. But Santa is talking about. I was talking about her mama, and I did talk about your mama since. Because if you gonna lie on me, shit, double jeopardy, bitch. I'm gonna tell you it anyway. Shout out to Lady Q because she found a lie for me. I'm definitely gonna clip that shit. Like this bitch line in 4K. I love receipts. I love when we find receipts. I just want to say that because I know you watching, Sam. That's for you, boo.
They are shake. They don't know what receipts we have. We just been saying we have receipts. That's how we got Lady Q blocked, y'all. They done blocked Lady Q. Lady Q be in the comments, and we been shouting Lady Q out. And they said, "Oh, this the bitch that be collecting receipts." Damn.
Yeah, and the receipts going up on video is the new shit. That's when the story started to change because the live, like Tara said, you never know who can catch what. Some people don't come by every day or every week. They're in and out, so they don't catch it. And then we're doing our regular topics, so you're not going to always get the tea. But I said, y'all, let's start putting these on videos. That way, it's stuck in the internet forever. The internet is forever, and people can see it. And you know how TikTok, when you start following somebody new, they'll start doing you their old videos when you get to their stuff, and they'll start showing you stuff they posted 6 months ago. This shit gonna be around forever. And now the videos is what's
Forever.
backing them down. I can't wait for Sin to get back down on this goddamn mama thing because she's on a fucking world tour about this lie. So I'll be
No,
reposting that one too. It'll be on everyone's page.
I'm about to light Sin ass up now that we got the receipts, Bookie. Oh my God, Bookie, we got the receipts, Bookie. Cause Tara, cause don't forget, I'm never gonna forget that you said that Yellow was dead wrong. Cause I just watched that shit last night, and you said Yellow was dead ass wrong for what she said. I agree. She did say that she looked better than everybody. She did say that
Said
shit.
that shit
And you
4K.
agreed with it, saying, and then you went back on live and you said, Yellow didn't say that shit. That was Mia. Mia said it. Oh, we got the receipt of you 4 months saying that she said it. Now what, Sin? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Cause you lied. You said, I remember you, Lynn, said that you was gonna take Pub down. I ain't
You
never
said
said
what
that
she
stupid
you
shit.
said what she gonna do? She
Suck
gonna
her
suck her
thumb.
thumb.
Once she decided,
She gonna
sure.
start sucking her
But
fucking thumb.
she told another lie
That's
on
what she
me
gonna
too on that
do.
live. She was like, because when we was on Genty Live, a lot of shit was going on. She was like, I was trying to support Tara because she was going through something and she needed the likes and follows. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people just gonna say whatever, like you don't know where the fuck they coming from. That's why I love the fact that like we have the archives, and the archives have always been there. Cause you keep fucking lying, keep doing it. I love going to find this shit and posting it.
They took, like, Pub side took my advice. They stopped. Actually, no, I lied, because that video he just made fucking diabolical. But that nigga stopped saying shit on live. He was like, just stop saying stuff on live, y'all. Just cease and
I got
desist.
a I have a picture of him watching my live the day I was talking about the cheating thing with the timestamp, and then the next day him making that video talking about he was like I was thinking men like the whole lot. We was on here for 2 days talking about how it's men's fault that women cheat. You was watching the live, sir, and then you make a video talking about you was thinking like the shit. That shit is crazy. You in real time stealing shit from women is that shit is fucked up. And you don't even give credit to women. You was
That's what
fucking.
happened. That's what happened with Wireless. That's how she started clocking him in the very first bit is because I'm guessing that I'm guessing that he stole a lot of the stuff from her in the first place, and there was he had did something I can't remember, y'all. I don't remember what it was, but I remember I had hosted a live, and then a few days later I remember him talking about it, and I was like, what the fuck? And but that's exactly how it started with Wireless. That's why she clocked him so long ago, is because she used to be heavy on TikTok. And he was stealing her stuff, and I think that's what always had leaving a bad taste in her mouth about him, is because he was taking her shit. But then she moved over to YouTube, and then I guess he started stealing from BPG, then he started stealing from Tara, and then he just started stealing from everybody. But yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah, I mean he be saying it though. Like he actually like be admitting it. But I mean they be
Why
like,
you don't actually admit it though? Because if you saying you get all your stuff from black women, like it's the same thing when we do the MPD and the dudes be like, "Yeah, I fucked up in a relationship." And when you ask about the details, they like try to make it seem like it was her fault, right? Like when you get to the details of it, you're not saying who you got it from. If you were in my live and you saw me talking about something in real time and you hit that button and made a video, You should have been like, I was in Tara's live, or I was in somebody's live and I was thinking. Not I was just thinking. Like he's saying that it's he getting everything from black women, but he not giving any credit. It's just a blanket statement, so don't really mean shit.
Yeah, but whew, I feel relieved now that we got that yellow shit out because damn, she did not want us to come out about that.
I'm gonna clip it and put it on YouTube.
And tell Yellow I unforgive her.
Nah, unforgive her is crazy.
Take
She
that
wait
shit
no
back.
She
hold on.
listening.
Take that
She
shit
said wait
back.
hold on. He snatched her necklace back like Nunu. I mean like Ti on ATL. Give me that shit.
But
Give
she's
me
a
back my chain. It means something to me. It means something to me.
me.
But yeah. The thing that's funny is why Public made that video. Why
East
he made
haven't
that
seen the
video?
video. East haven't seen the video.
What video?
He,
Now this is a story all about how my life got turned
What?
upside
that
down.
now everything he do, I'm like, no, you been lying and gaslighting this whole time. He made a video to respond. I don't know if he responded to your triggers video or he's responding to the video that I put up about how he lied on we dad way dad. But he said in the video that he misspoke because he forgot because it was so long ago. But when he watched it again, it's actually worse than what he thought in the moment. Are you worse for who? And he went on this long thing trying to. He used Jay-Z and the LL Cool J song about ghetto to explain it. Then he put the definition up. But under the
He
definition, that the definition that he read was a definition about during the the G side of the J people, which is YT people. Like, so
you missed the point. He
well, what's the
he
point? Go ahead.
he was saying that he was saying that the reason why he acted like that in the video saying ghetto, my wife is YT, is because technically by definition YT people can't be ghetto. And he pulled up the definition and said, see, YT people can't be ghetto. So I was confused because I'm using the actual definition.
No, under the definition, it talks about the G side and the ghettos that were made in Germany.
Yeah.
Right. But he was ignoring that part. He was using the top definition. It was two definitions.
Right, but
And it,
he's stupid, not me.
Yeah.
no, I know. I know.
Yeah, the original ghettos always referred to for to white people in Europe. The people that was she sided. I
That's
understand
what
what
I'm saying.
you.
Like, isn't that the
Yeah,
original? Like, I'm just making.
that's the
I ain't want to say
original.
it, but the
Yeah,
original was the YT people ghetto. Like, that's
yeah,
where it came
Right.
from. So,
Right. But he was not, he was trying to ignore that. The point of his
hmm
video was him trying to say that he was saying that technically white people can be. He was using the, you know how white people say reverse racism, and we'd be like, well, black people can't be racist because the definition of racism. He was
Uh,
doing that with
and
ghetto.
he made up a follow up video saying that technically, white people cannot be considered. Oh, what a
yeah.
Yep.
fucking
And the thing
cornball!
is though, but the thing is, there is lies of him arguing with men who try to say what the patriarchy is and define what patriarchy and misogyny is, and they try to use the one definition. He clocked them for doing that. He clocks them for manipulating and gaslighting the viewers. So when it's his example, he can gaslight and manipulate. But when other people do it, he can clock it. So that's interesting because if a racist person tried to do that, he would clock it. If a man was trying to argue against misogyny or the patriarchy, he would be able to do it. But when it comes to the word ghetto, that he lied about how it happened, he could try to play in our face about the literal definition. That's very interesting. But okay.
And he tried to play in our face, y'all. Clock this. It was very subtle. He tried to say what Dodd was basically attacking his wife and why they attacked the women and blah 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 blah. He attacked Wadad first. He said Wadad acting like it was he. What happened was he told Wadad, "You think this is an episode of Baddies?"
Mm-hmm.
And Wadad responded by saying, "I'm not your ghetto wife," because he was calling Wadad ghetto. But he was like, "She was attacking me. Why did you attack my wife? What did you?"
I mean, taking care of a man for all of those years that ain't got no job is ghetto. That's ghetto, girl. But I did see somebody in the comments
Yeah,
say
Project
something.
Baby.
I did see something in the comments, and I do hope that they listen in the Discord. And this is for us and the women in the comments. I did see somebody say something in the comments like y'all they always attacking women, right? Y'all supposed to be for or maybe it was I think it was supervillain, but something was along the lines was said was y'all supposed to be attacking the men, but y'all always attacking the women. And this is what I want y'all to just clock that's so fucking sinister. We start out attacking the men, right? And then some woman hops up on the panel and she starts defending them, and we go back and forth with that woman. Another woman comes up to defend that same man. We go back and forth with that woman. Another woman comes up to defend that woman that's defending that man. We go back and forth with that woman. And I'm starting to see that this shit is actually intentional, that they're doing this to then turn around and say, you see, they always attacking women, they always calling us bitches, they always attacking us. And I'm starting to see that they're doing that shit purposely. They are purposely doing that as a way to always keep the heat off the man. And now it does look like, oh well, she called her a bitch, she called them a bitch, she called da 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 da, but they're never doing that to the men over there, which is really insane. But I would just would like y'all to see that, because that's going to be the next narrative, is that they're always attacking black women. They don't do that to the red pillars. They don't do that to the men. They platform the men, blah, 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 blah. But what I find so funny is a lot of them, I wanted to say when Juneteenth came up, and when Juneteenth came up on Gentie's live, and was like, y'all platform the men, y'all platform harmful men. I forgot to I wish I would have said this in that moment on that live, but it's okay. She was just on a panel with Lower, and she was just on a panel with other red pillars, and they hurt her little feelings, and she went back crying to the feminist side of TikTok with a screenshot of herself on a panel with those very same men that say that we platform, with a screenshot of herself. They be over there all the time. Super villain be over there, be over on red pill side of TikTok. She even talk like them motherfuckers. She be doing the red pill right. That's what I call it, the red pill right. Did you know that 99% of all black women have the same baby daddies? Right. And did you know that all black women are currently being evicted at this moment? Right. And statistics say that 99.99% of all black women have no fathers. Right. So, bitch, how you going to sit up here and talk about, like, oh, we be over there with the red pillars and we're platforming red pillars, when you be on that side so much you even talk like those niggas, right? Stupid ass hoe.
Tara, thank you. That was so pretty.
That's still the number one gift. It's my absolute favorite. Thank you, babe.
Oh, thank you,
Absolute favorite.
Tara.
Show it off, Tara. Show it off.
It's so pretty. Yeah. It's funny because Supervillain was on fucking Your Triggers live, her and T, um saying that they can say whatever they want to say, and like how dare we like admonish Yellow and call her out for being colors because they're dark skinned women and they're colorist and they're homophobic and transphobic and this phobic and that phobic. So like for you to come on that other live and then say oh, I don't talk back bad about black women, this and that. What? You talk bad about me every chance you get. You do it in a demure way, but you can't say, "Oh, you know what? You are a stupid little bitch," and not think that I didn't clock you calling me a stupid little bitch just because you said it in a soft way, or you said it in a more educated way. Like, come on, let's be serious. You know you're a female dog, so you call me a bitch. No, I called you a female dog. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, but they be over there on that side of TikTok, and I'm telling you right now, when I was staying up when last semester, I be catching them doing pick me shit all the time over there. Like doing weird low key pick me shit. Like I caught one like explaining herself to a man, and she was like, my dad, see, I get real weirded out when they start talking about their dads, or they coming from two parent households. Cause why what for what? You know what I'm saying? That's not something that's special. Half of us come from two parent households, half of us come from single mother households, a small majority of us come from single father households, and the rest of is sprinkled in with no parental households at all. So when I be catching them late at night talk about some, yeah, because no, not me. I'm special because I grew up in a two parent household, and my daddy did this and my daddy did everything for me. So I'm special. So, and then they try to do like the feminist thing, but that's weird. That's like, I always thought that that was like kind of like low key pick me shit too, because why is you explaining to yourself to a man that's a bum on the internet? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's low key weird shit. Like, you don't have to do that. When they be asking me all different types of questions, it's none of your motherfucking business. You know, mind your business. Oh, Lynn, you a daddy's girl. You a daddy girl too,
I think I think that's probably why Lynn didn't like me when she first met me. She thought I was like her.
Ah, no! Hell no! You want to bring up that story again? No, let me tell. No, no, Miss. I'm from Mali, and my
Girl,
parents. I
I'm
was
from
like,
Guinea. Hello?
not
Why
Guinea.
means
My bad. Wait,
well, I guess
Guinea.
technically okay.
Go no. Go ahead and tell the story. I know the story because of you now. I didn't know, but now I know about Mali and Guinea.
Yeah, so the Malian Empire, it broke off into different sections, and so I'm Guinean, and I'm like multi generation. Like literally, I don't have a family member that's not Guinean. Outside of like my mother, on my father's side, all of my family members are Guinean. But basically, all of the people that came from like the royal families, the freaking like military heads, etc., from Mali went and formed Guinea. So a lot of the families that you see now in Guinea come from Mali, like Malian descent. So that's what I was saying. So no, technically, no, I'm Guinean. But if I did an ancestry test right now, it might pull up Mali only because technically, ethnically, this is why you didn't like me. No, there are three Guineas. They have Guinea, which is the one that I'm from, Guinea-Bissau, and then there's Papua New Guinea, but that's not in Africa. But yeah, that was just no. But I was
Just
talking
say
about
she clocked our tea. She clocked our tea, Fatima.
what?
When somebody be like, I bet you came from a fatherless home, we'd be like, wrong. Just because my dad took care. You clocked our T, East, but damn, you got it. You got it.
No,
I'ma
but
sit with it.
I
I'ma
don't
sit
be
with
coming
it,
for the
see.
girls. This is the thing. I don't be coming for the girl. I think that the thing is when we talk about pregnancy, right, and we talk about like families and stuff like that, because women are the ones that get pregnant. It's always assumed. Oh, you're right. Equilateral Guinea. You're correct. It's always assumed that like you're talking about the women. First of all, the reason why I say I don't have kids out of wedlock is because I don't think men deserve children. That's just what it like. It's not about the women. It's not about the women. Like it's about the fact that I think men need to earn the right to have children. And if he's not at the very least marrying you to make sure that you're secure, then he really doesn't deserve it. And that's where it comes from. Like every single opinion that I have, it's rooted in like women's supremacy. I don't think that men deserve to have nice things unless they beg for it.
I
And
agree.
hey,
And I very much agree. Now, I'm not saying listen, all right, I'm not saying that all problematic things. It's just that I come from a two-parent household, right? But I have a stepdad, and my biological dad is a summer dad. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. You know what I'm saying? But when I see you start like using that as a way to like separate yourself from all of the rest of us, that's when I'm kind of like, you know what I
What
mean?
is
Like,
you doing, ma'am? Peeking through that hole, Tara.
Wait, where is she? Wait, where are you seeing her?
is she
Uh,
popping up on the background?
I don't
yeah,
see her.
I'm gone now. I didn't know I was there. Deb came in here and I sent her an invite. She denied my request.
Wait, which one is Dab again?
Mm.
It don't matter. She denied my request.
Oh, I want to say something so bad.
Oh, she's still here.
Oh,
Let's keep her in
She
the hallway.
they in the hallway.
oh, we didn't mention her.
Now don't
Oh,
do it now.
oh.
Free. But can you can you do a round of applause for Fatima for clocking that tea because
Child,
Girl,
nothing.
because right now, yeah, I do a round of applause. Fatima, girl.
and then they tried to gaslight you, but you stood on business. They
And
tried to say no, but Fatima was like, no, wait a minute. I said, let me kiss that little Ivy League brain.
no, but this is the thing. I said y'all are not gonna manipulate me. Like it was. I think it was bizarre even just watching it, right? Because I was like, are y'all like, are we listening? Because even when they were saying, oh, because they tried to come for East and discredit East when it came to specifically the situation with Yellow, Yellow Bone, that's what he want, and the other girl. What's the other girl's name?
Supervillain?
Yeah, her. They were like, oh, well, they were talking about Mia, and East came and censored herself, and like they were in the comments saying that, and they're like, it's not relevant. It's a completely different story. It's not relevant to what we're talking about. And I was like, especially specifically, Pretty kept saying that. Like she's like, oh, East is censoring herself, like it's not relevant. And so I texted back and I was like, no, it is relevant. Like, are we listening to the same thing? I was like, it's relevant because they're talking about the same thing. It's just different people that it happened to in different times, but it's relevant. So that's why it went up because I was like, there's no way that y'all aren't tracking it. Because like if you're paying attention, then you understand why East said what she said.
I just could not stand how Pretty Intellectual tried to come up there and act like she was very neutral. She was
Yeah.
really acting like she was very neutral, but you were talking shit about me the whole time.
And I was fighting. I was fighting
I
these.
saw you,
I
Dark
won't go
Horse.
off of
I
that shit. I'm
saw
not playing
you.
this shit. I'm trying
I
to tell
saw.
y'all.
I
Nah,
was
I'm a
like,
ride.
Dark Horse.
let me tell
Well,
you, I was trying to
we'll
windmill,
talk
but I
about it on the
felt a
back
lot
end, Dark
secure
Horse.
when I saw you.
Okay.
No, 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 no. You can talk about it now, but y'all, Dark Horse was clocking something, and I did. You know what? I'm just gonna trust you. Just can we link intuitions because your ass be
I told y'all I'm weird. I'm the dang unsaid person, so I'll say it on the platform. I say it on Discord all the time. I always watch what's not said. I always watch what's not said. I hear what people are actually saying, and I look for what's missing. And I look for, but they didn't say that. I will figure your ass out. I'm telling you, I'll be on your ass. And by the time I finish, give it a couple of weeks, give it a couple of months. You gonna see I'm right. But I just be waiting. I always wait. I'm real patient though. I don't push nobody.
I
East.
saw I saw you in the comments, Dark Horse, because I was getting upset, and then I was getting upset. Mia had to go to work, and I was just about to leave, and I wanted to say more, but I couldn't because I had to go drop the baby off. And but I saw you in the comments. I was like, yes, get her, get her.
Yeah, it's hard when people don't have the whole story and are super opinionated, super opinionated. And then when stuff is laid out plainly, you just make a decision to go with one side or the other. When this side has receipts, that part I find a little weird, just a little bit.
Man, we ain't talked about this topic all fucking day. I tell you what.
I don't even know how we got on it. Oh, East came up here.
After Queen.
But I'm glad because now I got a good like a good grasp on everything because I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, oh yeah, y'all beefing. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh yeah, they beefing. That's but I'm glad that I got a good grasp on it. And also Tara, I'm glad that you got to tell your side of things because um I'm sitting here thinking that I'm having a conversation one on one with this bitch, and she having a conversation with several different people on several different topics on several different
That's how
topics.
Nugs operate. Nugs like you always gotta be careful when they seem like they got that guard down because it does look like it's surface level. What's that called? Dog whistling. Like when you say something to trigger one person and then they respond to it and they look fucking like they're crazy because people don't have the context.
Mm. So when what you call it came up there talking about some y'all just and that's another thing too. That's a war tactic is confusion. When they was talking about when Supervillain got up there, she was like, "Yeah, because you're doing witch hunts and you're doing this and you're doing that." And I'm
Doing
like,
a smear campaign, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes, thank you for coming." Because let's talk about who you're talking about when you say she's doing a smear campaign.
"Right,
Because y'all are sitting up here denying that you're bashing and attacking and berating black women over a problematic man. But when you say East is doing a smear campaign, who are you talking about?
your skin is popping, girl. You are so cute." But yeah, talk about some. You're doing a smear campaign. Okay, so besides those two creators that I went at, which wasn't even a smear campaign, except for Public, fuck him, smear shit on his head. But like who was you talking about? And then for you to turn around and say, I saw you call a black woman a roach, and I got receipts, and for you to and like I was like, okay, then show the receipts. Oh, well, I can't show the receipts because I just got too many receipts. Are you kidding me? And then
And
for
then
you
for
to
you just listening to that, that's what, to be honest, out of everything in this situation, what's annoyed me more than anything is that there's only one side of this faction who has been posting receipts. Like I'm not somebody that just blindly follows people. Like I like 100% when it comes to like my friends and people that I'm like trust, I'm gonna rock with them, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's just how I am. But if I wasn't here for any of this shit, everything that I know is based on receipts and facts and proof that's been shown and posted. They keep running their mouths and getting on the internet saying all this stuff, and yet not one's receipts being posted. And there's always a threat of one being posted, and yet it never hits the timeline, right? Because there's no receipt.
Hmm. See, for me, I never needed when this everything first happened, and when I was on Michael's live, and Michael is the one that told me all of this stuff that was happening, right? When I was on oh, not I did the red pill right? Michael's the
Why
one that told me
Michael messy ass?
he's the one that was telling me all of this stuff, and I was like, "What?" And what? But I go by the person that I know and the person that has never shown no bullshit to me. And the second that I saw who Mia was fucking with, I was like, "Oh, I'm on Mia's side." Yeah, because I already know. I just know that for Mia, it was never like I never even had to question it. I already knew that Mia was going to be on the right side of this situation. I didn't know that she was against Public or none of that. It was fresh tea. It was like fresh. And I was like, "Oh, the girls are fighting?" And they was like, "Yeah, because this they wasn't talking about he was just giving me the just a little sip. But when I saw that I knew that Mia was gonna be on the right side of it, and I immediately I was like, oh, I'm with her because from the very jump of all of this starting, like when the whole Public thing happened, I with Mia, like I already whenever I told her my side, it was never like on no I was never afraid that she was gonna go back and tell and say this and she did this and she did that. Like I always felt like I was talking to who I was talking to. Does that make sense? Like I know that don't make no sense. I always felt like
No, no, it do make sense.
okay.
Yeah, cause I get what you said. Cause I did. Cause I I feel like, well, of course, cause I didn't, right? Cause I was still, the only thing that threw me off was what Harmony did.
Oh,
That
girl.
and Auntie, and the situation that happened to Auntie Water Live, that was weird. That hurt my feelings and pissed me off. But I was, but again, I did want to proximity to public though. So
Yes.
that it was all mixed up. But whenever I was talking to you, it's like, of course I'm not gonna go back and forth because I seen, like I said from the beginning, like this jealousy thing never made sense to me. The jealousy thing never made sense even then because I'm like, but these ladies are doing they're doing the work, and if there's compensation, why wouldn't they get it? Why would a man get it? I'm not saying we can't enjoy the fight for when the boys are fighting because that's what the thrill was. But like, let's not lose our mind. But again, I think that you also knew that it's a challenge, and the reason why it's a challenge is prior to you coming to the place you came to, you was cool with him too,
Mm-hmm.
and you still had to ignore some things to be cool with him because he's flaming with the fabrications. He's flaming with the with the bullshit. Like it's always, when you look back, even a year ago, it's always there. And I remember the first live I saw when I found out that his wife was YT. The way he handled it was weird, but I the logic just went out the window because it was already the job that he tries to do was already done. Like the work was already done at that point. Because I had done watched him for like an hour go in on the men's. I'm like, and this is after I done seen after what Peter did to me. So like Peter did what he did to me, and then I ran across public. So of course, like that, this was at the height of like the red pills. They was cutting up. They was clocking in and cutting the fuck up. So the work was already done, but I think that you recognize that it's gonna be difficult because that's what misogyny is. The work kind of do itself. The work kind of do itself in the same vein that racism can flourish the way it does. Because a lot of time the the work is being done without absent of any YT people, if that makes sense.
It
So
does.
I think you recognize that.
Also, I wanted to address because I'm starving, about to mute up and eat. But I also wanted to address the thing with me and Harmony, and I know it came out of nowhere, y'all. And I know it came out of nowhere, and I explained this to Mia and Lynn, but all that time ago, like when it came to Harmony, I felt like she was doing so much fucking, like I'm trying to like let women know about this man, and she kind of like, I felt like she just jumped on it and then tried to use like the public thing for her pivot thing, and she sounded so fucking Looney Tunes and crazy and like all of this stuff, and it was just, she just pissed me the fuck off. So when I was like, no, I'm about to host a live about public, she was basically like, oh, I'm gonna do this too, and I'm gonna expose him too, or whatever, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So I went and I was like, but I'm gonna jump out there first because one, I it's my beef, So I jumped out there first, and we had like a little Discord or whatever. And there was a few other women in there that y'all know, but I'm not going to mention their names because I'm not going to mention their names. But there was a few other women that had issues with him, and they were like, "Well, we're going to do it too, or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So I felt a lot more confident. I was like, "Okay, well, I have other women backing me up, so that's good." Why and Wireless, she told me, she was like, she was in the Discord too, and Wireless was like, "I don't trust these bitches. These bitches are weird," and left. And I was like, Wireless, like, girl, just give him, just get, child. She was so right, because when I went and had my, don't speak who, oh, when I went and had my, when I went and had my live about him, Y'all, I tell you not, the live every day, everybody was in there checking. East, you gonna do the live? East, you gonna do the live? I was gonna do it with them or without them because I don't ever need a bitch to back me up, you know. But it felt more comfortable that they were gonna be there, you know, behind me. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Blah blah blah. I go and I do my live. Call the nigga out. I jumped back into the Discord and I was like, ooh, that shit felt good. I'm glad I got that off my chest. Who's next? It was motherfucking crickets. Nobody said a motherfucking thing. Nobody said nothing. So I'm like, Harmony, you know, didn't you say that you was gonna, you know, do whatever? And she turns around and was like, well, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna tell it's my truth, and I'm the victim, and da 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 da, and this, that, and the third. And at the time, I was like, okay, well, yeah, that does make sense or whatever. But like, are you fucking serious? For you to sit up there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this with you, I'm gonna do that. And the next day I hop in the Discord and I'm like, okay, so who's next? Nobody says nothing. And then the one person that was the loudest, that was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, literally doesn't respond to me for almost 3 fucking months, for 3 months. Watch me get motherfucking cooked. A bitch was getting barbecued, eating the fuck up. One of Public's mods said that I had a little ponytail, and that shit hurt my motherfucking feelings so bad.
Wait a minute, E, stop.
That bitch said,
Wait a minute, which one? Which
Just
one?
hold on. Justice for the ponytail first thing, damn
for
it. Justice for
real.
the
Damn.
fucking ponytail.
That bitch said East always starting shit because her ponytail is little. They was fucking me up,
Damn.
y'all.
Damn.
And that bitch
Did
better
you
not
at
have a
least
little
wait?
ponytail.
Right, that's why I want to know which one. First of all, and second of all, did you at least pinch the bitch?
I was I can't remember who it was. I'm gonna go back to my screenshots because I was so mad. I was so mad. I reported that bitch for bullying and harassment. I was so fucking
Cause what the fuck? Who is this bitch? And I bet she got a little ponytail. That projection
right.
be whooping their ass.
Right. So then, so then, you know, then she released this like 6 parts. I'm talking about Harmony. Harmony go and release like this. She did eat me out. She with that one little thing, that one little thing. So Harmony go and release like this 6 part nonsensical thing, and it was all about pivot, and it was not. And I was like, what are you here for? Like, why is you like, none of this stuff makes sense, and she was just doing more harm than good. So when I seen her on Ty's live, for you to jump up there during the you know, the a crescendo moment where we're all getting to finally voice ourselves amongst a large audience, for you to jump up here and try to admonish somebody for quote unquote picking on you or whatever, when bitch, you're not, when you sat up there and watched me get cooked, I felt like it was the wrong moment. I should have chose a better moment, but I just couldn't help it. I just couldn't help it. I had to let that shit go.
No, that was the moment. Every time you say that, I'm like, no, that was the moment. Because what she did was weird. And same thing with Roses and her whispering ass. It,
Right.
y'all, because Roses, because if I would have stayed up there, or if I would have thought about it, I would have put the receipt of Roses apologizing to me. Because what you apologizing for? Because y'all did a thing. Y'all did some bullshit. Y'all fucked that moment up where people would have believed you about the motherfucker, but you was so busy upset, because the truth is you're upset about a relationship that you wanted with him. That is the truth, in my opinion. Because if it was about exposing a horrible person, come to the women and see. The worst that can happen is they be like, oh no, you weird, but you still said they was weird anyway. You ostracized them, and you made it, and you mixed all this stuff up. You made it, it was about pivot, but then you made it about public, and you try to mix it up to where nobody can really pinpoint who you're talking about, what you're talking about, because you in a drunken stupor. Like, what was, how was we gonna figure out? Because we didn't want to talk about the public part, because we see the issue, or you wasn't making the issue clear about public when you initially supposed to be talking about pivot. Like she purposely confused it, and she gets to say I'm a victim, and that's supposed to shut stuff down. But she was not. She lying, in my opinion.
In
She
my
lying and she weaponizing victimhood, the how real and dismissed victims are. She tried to weaponize that, and that's insidious, and that's sick of her
it
to
is.
do.
It is. When I sat up there, when she called me, she was like, "Call me," and this was long. This is before I hosted my live. She was like, "Call me. I have some information about public, right?" And this is the whole the nitty gritty from my perspective. She said, "I got some information about public." She had Roses on the phone. She had some other people on the phone. This girl, when I tell you that she talked for 2 hours straight, for 2 whole hours about pivot. And I was waiting. I'm like, okay, well, where's the information about public? And then she finally said, yeah. And I called public. He said that he was going to help me. And then he said that I was crazy. And then went on to talk about pivot for another 45 minutes. But the story that she told me about pivot was that she used to go to his panel. She modded on his panel. They live now, mind you, these people live in different states. They got their number, they started talking. He was rude and kind of nasty to her, and that he was rude and nasty to her. She said that she went to go take a flight. She went to he said that he wanted to come see him. She went to the airport, and this is from my memory. This is from my memory from over a year ago. She went to the airport, got to the airport. The nigga stopped answering the phone. When she finally got him on the phone, he said his grandmama or his auntie or somebody had a heart attack and he was at the hospital. And then so he started. So then he
I
was.
believe it. You know how many niggas, you know how many people that nigga done unalive? That nigga done unalive like three or four of his live brothers. He done unalive his grandma multiple times. He done unalive his mama. Like that nigga be
Everybody, what you doing? So then then she proceeds to
that
tell
nigga
me.
the Grim Reaper.
So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, then he linked up and started abusing her. She said that he would call her nonstop, and that when she was on the phone, he would be verbally abusive. As a woman, as a black woman, I would never try to discount another black woman's trauma or experience. But in my mind, if a nigga lives several states away and he's verbally abusing you over the phone, why you didn't just hang up?
Cause it's a it's a
I
it's
know,
a
I get it. I
plot.
get it.
It's a ploy. That's why.
I'm just saying, like, just hang up. You could call AT&T and block him. You know what I mean? And I felt like because I didn't really see the severity, because I've been in a relationship where I've gotten my ass whooped. So you sitting here telling me about a nigga that's hollering at you over the phone, girl, hang up. Until you've been in my shoes and you've had to have fucking SWAT remove you from a nigga house because he holding you hostage. I'm never gonna discount another woman's experience, but to me, it sounds like you just should have hung up. And when you got mad, when you found out he was talking to, apparently she found out she was talking to some other nigga or some other girl. She got mad. She was low key trying to like DOX the man, and that's when I was like, oh, I don't want to be part of that. Like, I don't want to be part of that part. Like, I will support you as much as you want to about pivot. He shouldn't be fake and then being abusive to you over the phone. But I don't want to be part of that part where you're trying to give this man personal information on the internet. I don't want to be part of that. But yeah, so it just, to me, it sounded like it was like you're mad because you got ghosted. You got played by a nigga over the phone. So that was it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
That's
we
why Isis jumped in. That's why we jumped you in, East. That's
we
why we
said that.
jumped
Like
you in. We said all that
everything that you're saying is what we
shit. Sunny
said. And
Bay.
like even when she was held the story, we had documented that. We had documented, well, I didn't document it. She was talking about it, and none of the stuff, like she was making up stuff and leaving stuff out. So like right before she really, the whole issue with public and the crash out, because it happened, the thing that happened with wireless happened to happen around happened to happen around the same time that Harmony was reaching out to public about coming out about Pivot, because we was all in Pivot's live, and she came in there on camera sitting in her car for 5 hours, and it was like a lot of weird stuff was going on. KGR came in there. It was weird. It was a weird live, and she's saying that he was doing all this stuff before that. It didn't make sense for her to be in there live. Like it was very weird because she was trying to ask him why he demoted her, and she was upset he ignored her, and then she tried to ask again. Then it was like something weird happened. He kind of was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. And she was like, why are you yelling at me? He was like, hold on, me and you need to talk. Right now it's not the time of me and you need to talk, but I'm gonna apologize for yelling at you. I see what you're saying, but we'll talk after this. He acknowledged he acknowledged the under
It was a
the
very weird live.
he acknowledged that they had a personal relationship that needed some correction on the back end. But she was up there. She's saying all the stuff that you're talking about, she said happened before that day. So it was like, what are you talking about? So then she went to Publix, and she was trying to roll it out like it's a fucking horror movie that's coming out in the summer of 2025. So she rolling it out, and I remember she did a live, and she knew all this, and she knew that I was his mind, and so she did a live, and I came in there because it was talking about like abuse. It was like just the slow rollout. She was soft launching her story.
Yeah, I remember that. She did the soft
Remember?
launch. I
Yep.
remember that. And I
And
was
I was
like, is
in
this a
there.
live? Is this a live about a live that's gonna happen in a live? Like,
Yeah, that's what it was about. But I didn't know at the time, but I came to support her because I was supporting her. And I was in there, and I was in the conversation. Roses was over there, all this stuff. Roses, everybody knew what was going on, but nobody told me. Nobody told me, and I came in there live being genuine. She's saying that she didn't know if I was genuine or not. Bitch, you're not genuine. I'm in the live supporting you. He was live, and I was supporting her. And she said that she knew he was gonna try to get me to get off the lot. Something she said. But the thing was, Roses was talking to him. Roses was actually talking to him. Roses blew the cover. Like it was some weird ass. They some weird ass motherfuckers. I'm gonna say that. But long story short, like she soft launched the lives and the videos. That was diabolical. But yeah,
yeah.
like that was crazy.
Yeah, that shit, it threw me, it pissed me off so bad because I was like, when I finally understood, because listening to her, it's like you're not gonna get a linear story. That's why when y'all was telling me the story, I was like, I need a checkpoint real quick. It's hard for me to, I don't know why. My brain, I needed to be in chronological order for me to truly understand everything. And if you throw something that happened a little bit too far in advance, I'm gonna lose the whole plot. You know what I mean? So it was hard for me to keep up with what she was saying about him. And then when I finally realized, I was like, so wait a minute. So did you meet up? Like, did he put his hands on? Did you? No, no. He was just abusive to me over the phone. And as a person that just was like, that genuinely went through like actual true fucking crazy abuse, like it just made me feel kind of like, are you playing in my face right now? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not trying to discount her abuse or no shit like that. Please don't ever think that. But I just think that, like, there's a hang up button for a reason. So that's all. It was just weird. And then it was the drunk rambling, and I'm like, people already think a bitch is a crash out and I'm crazy and blah 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 blah. But you got this motherfucking wino on here talking about, yeah, because and I'm gonna, and it was ridiculous. So
And did you ever get to hear the recording that she had of public? And I thought it was weird that they recorded it. I'm gonna tell you why, right? And this ain't no defense to him. This just the truth, and the truth is the truth. You had nefarious. You was being nefarious out the gate. Cause why would you record the conversation? What was your point of recording the conversation with a person you reaching out to help for help?
Recording, for me, oh, recording a conversation has always been a cringe thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just get it, now I will never you will never catch me on the phone with you ever again. Oh girl, let me listen to the recording of your recording, and then after that I'm never going to talk to you again after this, because what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I always thought that that was they do that shit over there on messy side of TikTok, and it's an insane thing for me to do. So, and that's another thing too, is when she was like, yeah, and I have a recording of public. I was like, but why? Why? That I don't, I didn't really understand it, but
And
um
public lie all summer and all winter. And in that particular recording, you're crazier than him because he didn't lie. Like what he said, y'all, that nigga been lying all week. But what he said in that conversation. What he said in that conversation was exactly what that nigga was nervous. He was on that phone with his foot propped out, his hand on his hip, with his wife, hoping like, Lord, I hope this don't be. I don't know what I said to this bitch. Whole time he ain't say shit. Like like it was a perfect conversation. He was supportive. He had his Valley Girl accent on. I was like, yeah, like you ain't. He said that's what he said. Like
what?
he was
So did
honest
I
the
understand
whole
that?
time. Yeah, that
That's
nigga was nervous, but he was
The one
honest.
time,
He
the one honest, the
every
one honest.
everything that public said that he said to her in the call is what was on the record.
And that's why I feel every day I sit up here and I be like, damn, I should have listened to Wireless, because why she was like, these bitches is weird. That bitch is crazy, East. She was like, she told me just like that. She was like, this don't make no motherfucking sense. This is crazy. And bounced. She got the fuck up out of there. She was gone. And I was like, well, maybe we just not getting all the details. Girl, it's just it didn't make no sense. So but for me, but let me go back to the point of me going at her on what's that nigga name again? Gentie's live. Me going at her on Gentie's live. I just, soon as I seen her get up there, I was like, you got some motherfucking nerve. You got some audacity to hop up here and do what you doing and this moment, and think that I'm not gonna clock your shit. Like, girl, if you it just pissed me off so bad for her to try to do that in that moment. I didn't care what was happening. I would just wanted to let her know, like, hey, it's always gonna be up and stuck with you, because you sat up there and then you try to sit up here and be like, oh well, a victim should be able to tell their truth whenever they're. How are you supposed to combat that? Come on now, you can't say nothing to that. You can't say, you know what I mean. You can't say anything to combat that. You said
East, I got a question. I got a question. So
huh?
all this happened. Like I didn't know you guys or Harmony. I came like so late, so much later. So didn't know any of this beef, right? I just knew it was up, but I never knew the story. But things left unsaid. I wonder if the reason why she didn't bring it to the app and go public is because she wasn't done with him yet. I'm gonna go back
Oh,
on mute.
ooh, ooh. Let me put a oop in the comment. Ooh, ooh.
Oopsies. I wonder, or she was hoping she was trying to barter, like she was trying to say like I'm gonna tell him, I'm a hey, like
Mm-hmm.
a woman in the phone is trying to get her man babe shaking a bottle of pills in the phone. Talking about, I'm gonna do it if you don't come get me. she was she was really trying to barter with that man. Um, but hey, some stuff she didn't lie about. Like we could have validated the story, but she Yeah, she got some shit with her.
Yeah, I mean,
Eh,
Pivot is always gonna stay blocked on my end because yeah, it sounds like he's a piece of shit. But the way you went about things with me personally, I just didn't like it. That's all. I didn't like it.
I
I
think
did.
she ran him off the app when she posted that 100-part series. He was like, "Fuck this! I got some dogs to train." That nigga said, "I got some dogs to train." So he
Listen,
left.
he was out of there. She got his ass up out of there.
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, Pivot will always forever remain blocked. But from my point of view, I just was like,
Girl,
mm-mm.
that nigga ain't even
My
on
last,
here. That
my
nigga is
last
not.
petty thing,
He got ghost.
my
Like
last,
Pivot was like, fuck
and he
it, I'm
should,
out of here.
and he should. But my last petty thing is when somebody says, and this can be dogs, cars, when he be like, my car's not here, they somewhere else. He don't have no car. I got eight
No,
cars, but they not here. The house only have
they in the
two at the
shop.
house, but I got a fleet.
They
Keep a
they in the shop.
garage and the shop. Please believe me, when someone tell you that about anything, cars, dogs, whatever, they fucking lying, yo.
No, that nigga.
Can't
I'm
believe
telling
it.
y'all, that nigga
No,
done unalive like all his friends and family members. Like I promise you,
no, but
he does
he had a
crazy
that
shit.
nigga had a new degree every damn day. Every day. Oh, I got a degree in this. Like he just was making shit up. Shit, wow.
It is big, but somebody mute me, please. Yeah, it's cute.
I didn't lay down.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
nigga
know I
did
was
have
off of
like
mute
50
too.
million
One of these
degrees.
times I was laughing. I'm glad I didn't say nothing crazy. I didn't know I was off mute. I was just laughing at Mia. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's cool.
The shit be funny because the internet is funny, and y'all think that I don't love the drama and the mess. How could you not? Like, even when I'm in the midst of it, sometimes I be listening back. I be like, damn, damn. Who
Okay,
is
I
Everybody.
that
promise this the last
yelling?
interruption.
That's that
Mia, this is
point.
my last interruption. Oh, go ahead, Tara, because you ain't been saying nothing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that was my point the other day. Everybody in this bitch love mess. Niggas
Mhm.
be in mess. Somehow I don't fuck with mess like that. You
See
love
what I mean?
mess.
See what I mean? Got a
Oh,
subscription?
you been here for 45 minutes. Come on, for real? Damn. You a messy bitch. What is you talking about?
Listen, for those who go in messy talk spaces,
Me.
I swear this gonna be the last unsaid thing that I say. I say that, and then y'all gonna say something else, and I'm gonna say something else. What's unsaid in the live right now? As I ain't see nobody in the comments with questions. And messy talk, they would have been twisting your story up, asking questions. Well, what about this? This don't make sense. Am I wrong, Mia?
I'll be over there. You
No,
ain't.
you ain't right. Yeah, East
Thank
be over
you.
there too. Cause Alex
Thank
ass
you.
be over
So
there.
that's
That's
unsaid.
how I
So
got over
everybody
there.
around here just listen like, mm. Thank you. Because if there was questions, we'd be happy to ask and clear some shit up. Ain't no motherfucking questions. I just want to say that.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
I said the doors of the church is open. I told y'all before we went down this road. I said the doors of the church is open, but didn't nobody want to come up. I'm gonna take this moment to center myself, and I'm gonna say it's because of my impeccable storytelling skills. Because y'all was in the comments telling me y'all thought y'all was watching a movie, and I take it.
No, you did your thing.
Thank you for the validation. I needed it.
The mess is important.
Yes. And
My
thank you for
story be
saying that
all over the
about
place.
Tara too. I thank you for saying that about Tara. We said it on the back end, but it don't hit the same. And I like that you said that she definitely did not get the attention and respect and care in that moment. We were fighting for it, but I'm telling you, this bitch was like a dog with a bone, wouldn't let it go, and wouldn't give it to her. And I was enraged. I was losing my shit. I tell you, I lost my shit. But that part is so frustrating. Just to continue to ignore and dismiss and lie and gaslight her. I was on 10. I was on 10. But yeah, I'm glad that we publicly said. that she didn't get what she was due. If the only thing she did was delete a Discord, she still deserves way more than that. Way more. Fucking way more.
Mm-hmm.
Like get back wise. So that's all I want to say.
For sure. Oh shoot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
no.
that.
Deleting the Discord wasn't enough. Like, and she said, but nobody was gonna be in that motherfucker anyway. If you allowed us to stay in that Discord, everybody would have knew what would have happened. So, like, please, you lucky.
No, I think
Uh,
her talking about I'm gonna take information and use it against you. When she said that shit to my Lisa, I'm like, I'm gonna delete everything,
Oh, she
bitch.
said
What you
that
gonna?
like out her mouth?
That's what she was doing, telling my Lisa business.
damn.
She did it on live too. She did it on the Villain live. She was telling that girl, that lady business.
And she get her feelings like, how dare you not put me on a pedestal and send fucking weird. But that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. I just wanted to say that. But you want to be in Discord giving people information away and shit.
Tara funny.
Oh, I'm deleting all this shit. I'm delete all of it because bitch, you weird.
Because
I was like,
Tara,
damn.
you and Yellow are the greatest
Tara.
thing that happened since sliced bread, since they made hot dogs and hamburgers. I love Tara and Yellow. They're the best thing that happened in the world. I love that. I'm trying to make my tongue heavy. I can't do a New York accent and have a heavy tongue.
Look, and the dude from last night said Tara name just like Cindy, and I almost passed out. I was like,
Tara,
no.
Tara. She was obsessed with Tara. She had to make a choice between Tara and Yellow. Tara. She was like, I love
You
Tara
chose
and
right.
Yellow.
You chose right. They perfect for each other.
They definitely are. They are match made in hell. They need to be
I love
together.
Tara. I love Tara. She was just saying all of that. I was like, this is weird. Are we interrupting something here? Tara, she wanted the whole dichotomy of the group to be a hierarchy. She wanted it to be Tara, Yellow, and San. Do I
She was
sound like
fighting
her?
for
Y'all
her.
know.
Look,
No.
that's what you do when you bump somebody out the way. You move up a rank. So now I put it in the chat. She the two IC. She's second in command, like they do back in the times when they would knock somebody off who was in line for the throne. I said,
I,
"Oh, you better try to knock somebody off so you
She
can move up
usurped
one, huh?
she usurped
You sir,
Tara's position.
it ain't work though.
Tara.
Your kingdom ain't looking too hot.
I hated how
Tara.
she
People hungry over there.
weaponized.
People hungry for knowledge over there.
I hated how she weaponized her mama death though. That shit made when
oh
think
yeah.
I think I actually like physically clicked out of the live while she was talking because I was like, girl, when she started saying, because I just lost my mother just a few weeks ago, and
My mother.
yeah, and then she was like, and Tara made fun of my dead mother, and I was like,
But you
When
mm,
know
I
what's
tell you,
crazy is
go
that
ahead.
she forgot that I'm the one who said, like, when she came in that live, I went in on her about that. Like I went in, I was like, stop. I was like, stop bringing your mama up. Stop trying to weaponize her. Like I went in on her about that, and she totally forgot that because this the thing that's funny about them. Y'all spend so much time trying to lie and spin a narrative, and the truth to do. Cause like if the people who gonna believe you would have been upset with how I handled you, cause you not gonna keep bringing your mama up. We in the middle of fucking TikTok and virtual land, and you want to bring your mama up as a way to shut me up, bitch? Are you crazy, lady? Fuck you. This is not the time. But she forgot that. Like Tara got the brunt of that issue. I don't think she remembered I said was that she a thumb sucker, which is crazy.
No, but it was interesting because she came up there and I was like, you act like you following Yellow around. You act like Yellow is your fucking mother. How dare you say that? You know my mother
Stupid.
unalive and you trying to
You
talk about my
bitches.
mama. Girl, ain't nobody say shit about your mama. Shut up.
No, wait. Mia said you bitches be sucking y'all thumbs and then y'all touch shit and put your thumb back in your mouth in the back.
Mhm.
Go to your
That's what's
granny.
wrong. Yeah, they fucking themselves up. They over there chemical sick or germ sick. I don't know what you would fucking call it, but something wrong with them. Allie ass too. Allie made sure she blocked me after. Allie blocked my ass. Allie said I ain't fucking with Mia no more after she done did all that to me. Nah, bitch, you
No,
started
not.
with me.
But hold on, not in Ellie talking about. Don't bring it to the internet. Some people not ready for it, and then in both discords at the same time. Like,
Uh,
ma'am.
Messy. And she couldn't wait to say something. Allie put herself in it and she didn't have to do shit. Allie could have been quiet, went on about her business, like the best mod in the business do. But no, she had to say something.
That
It's a lot of
lady,
weird shit.
that shit was funny. I ain't gonna hold you. I am not gonna hold you. They thought we was mad about feeling like we was laughing at y'all the whole time listening. You was over there listening to home playing because you was over there listening from outside the club and now you want to come over here so you ain't gonna be able to do shit. Don't play in my fucking face, Lynn. I was
But
like,
I
I'm
am.
playing. What you gonna do?
And
Nothing.
they was
What?
listening to
Stupid.
how they see that we like how did Yellow know that you came to the live and said what you said if she wasn't watching it?
Cause BB had recorded it and took it back, I guess. She talk about she talk about you ain't gonna play in my fucking face, lid, and I said I'm playing. What you gonna do about it? Nothing.
She started rolling in that chair looking stupid. She had to roll up a blunt
No,
probably.
she literally said nothing. She said
No, I
nothing.
know. But I'm saying she probably wanted to she need to hit she need to smoke some right then. Probably rolled her up one, stressed the fuck out. Laura, I was
Y'all
about to say something, but I ain't say it. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be
be
nice.
finding it taking you a while.
No, I ain't gonna say it.
Man, fuck that shit. Every time you talk about her mouth, all I think about is a fucking piranha. Them fucking teeth.
Y'all be
She don't got no cheek.
comparing women. Y'all be comparing women to animals and shit. Didn't you say Free
Thank
Spirit
you.
look like a fish? Yeah, but
Yeah.
I can say that. I can say that. I was like, oh
Mhm.
wow, this is crazy over here. Y'all gotta stop with the foolishness.
You can't make this shit up, but yeah.
Really can't make this shit up. I'm like, didn't you? Wasn't you the same lady who said X, Y, and Z? Yeah, but I can be that person. You can't.
Oh, that was what I wanted to say. So somebody clocked earlier. I want to bring it back to supervillain. Her extra saliva having ass.
Ooh.
She literally does this thing because she did this thing in your trigger live where she's saying that she's all these problematic things, but she wants to critique other women on what they might be struggling with that might be problematic. And then she tried to say like the energy y'all have for the women, y'all need to have for the men. Bitch, you don't have the energy for the men.
No, she sure don't. She sure the fuck don't. That's why for her to get up there and try to be like, y'all don't have this energy in y'all platform harmful men. I see you late night. I see you over there late night. Because some I'll be on my backup page because sometimes my this page will get too hyper focused on like feminism stuff, and sometimes I just be needing a break. So I'll go on my backup page that I'm rarely ever on, and the FYP is more like diverse. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just want to laugh and kick it, and sometimes I will be coming across a live late night. And she be over there, and I be seeing you over there. Don't act like I don't be seeing you over there. But for like with supervillain, like for her, like I just will always have forever beef with that bitch because she's such a fucking like you're if you don't like me, just don't like, you know what I'm saying, don't like me, but why use like weird beef that you're not a part of to voice out, oh, I've always had a problem with her, da, 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 da. Like, bitch, you just don't like me, and that's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of motherfucking Kool-Aid. But what you're not gonna do is fucking genuinely harass a bitch all everywhere the fuck I go. And you know what? When Yellow was talking about, I used to, Easton, what you call it, have been on my live and da 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 da. What she didn't mention is sometimes that bitch will hop on a live. and not say one fucking word, because she wanted me to say something to her. She wanted me to say something to her so she could be like, look, see, her true colors is coming out. Her true colors. This is her true colors. I don't like that. Just like we're pretty intellectual. You sat up there and was talking shit about me in the comments for over an hour, and then hopped up there and was like, well, I just wanted to understand because the story wasn't really making. Don't act like you're neutral. Don't do that. And just like Juneteenth, y'all, when I tell you that this bitch used to follow me around. For real, for real. I'm sitting there in a live discussing if artificial babies are moral or not. And Juneteenth is coming in the motherfucking comments talking about East hides, throws hands and hide rocks or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, what is you doing over here? So when it comes to supervillain, it's like, I don't
I
know.
I know what you mean because she do the same thing to me. She don't like me
She,
either.
but hold
She
on,
don't
y'all.
like me. Her,
Yeah, they unsaid she don't like anybody. She don't like men. She don't like women. She don't like trans. She don't like gays. I think she just fucking miserable. I don't
no,
know
I
who she
got a
fucking
point.
likes.
No,
Oh, go
no,
ahead.
because we can't prove that. But I like well, we can. It's true. I
No,
agree.
that's true. She,
But
yeah.
she um, su- what is this?
Yeah, what the hell is this?
I thought that was you, Tara.
No, that's
This
something.
Juneteenth on who panel? Who panel she on? We can't see.
She. I don't know who panel she on, but she on a panel
Oh,
with
it's poetic
Pat.
lady. I'm going back on mute.
Hey, Parker.
She on a
It's
panel
poetic
with
lady.
Pat and Rasta.
Damn. East, she supervillain don't like me either because of I called out Supreme.
Yeah, she
Anybody who
don't.
called out Supreme, she don't like them. She's upset about that 4B stuff for real. Like I don't understand why she's so upset about it because they could have had 4B without Supreme, but she is upset. Like and mind you, like all I said is I didn't like the stuff that Supreme was doing, and I went on Supreme's channel and told Supreme in her face like, "What you doing is wrong, and this is why I think it's wrong." Like,
Right.
Hold up.
You
So hold
know,
up. Hold up. So Juneteenth going around here talking about people being problematic because they hosting red pill niggas, and she on a woman's panel and she hosting red pill niggas.
mm,
Lord. Okay, June. That's
That's
crazy.
that's my point. That the inconsistency, the lies. And it was
Because if
another
y'all
panel.
gonna say the
Hold
shit y'all gonna
on.
say, then y'all can't talk. Y'all can't be on panels red pill men then.
right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It don't make no sense. Like you was just, and I wish I would have remembered it, but that bitch be so irrelevant. It's just hard for me to just. But I saw her on a live just before Genty's live, and she was on a panel on some. It was a lady, but she had nothing but red pillars on there. Nothing but red pills. It was and I know for a fact I saw Lower on there, and she was on there for a hot minute, and I don't know what was said,
was it
but
whatchamacallit? What's her name? Cat?
she got
Sincere Cat?
she got long locks.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
I got a screen recording of June going back and forth with Cartel in his live. Looking stupid, talking in a sloth whisper. Not the
Hmm.
sloth whisper. A
Yeah, they
sloth
go,
whisper.
and that's why I don't like is that they go over there, they get their feelings hurt by these men. Imagine getting your feelings hurt by a nigga whose face looked like a 16-year-old girl high school notebook, like just doodles everywhere. You let these men hurt your feelings, and then you go back and host your own live and then talk about how they hurt your feelings. That don't make no sense. And I just don't like how I can go over there. There's no way that there's one man over there that can ever make me feel a type of way. They will never hurt my feelings. I will eat them and barbecue the motherfuckers up every single time. And I just don't like how y'all You get mad because we could barbecue them, but you can't because you allow these men to hurt your feelings. They're not even. These motherfuckers are NPCs to me. Like they're not even real human beings. I don't even look at these people as real people. So,
You
but
should have heard her trying to Barbie trying to get into it with Gaslight. It was so embarrassing.
This
Like
is
not even for
so
Gaslight. It was just embarrassing. She was like, "You scum of the earth. You're the worst thing that has ever happened to your mom." I was like, "Oh boy, this is embarrassing."
them niggas don't give a fuck.
Gaslight, in fact, did not give a fuck.
They
He
don't care about that.
he did not. No, I can confirm.
Tell him that his dick is little and he gotta sit down to piss. That do that. All right, go. Just like, come on now. You up here
I know. Say something like, God damn.
fight back.
That's why they be.
Gaslight was embarrassed. Like we was embarrassed for her. We was like, just stop. Even Prototype was embarrassed.
And that's hard to
Embarrassed
do.
Prototype is kind of crazy. He was like, June, please wait, June. You asked for the receipts, and Lynn about to show the receipts.
That was crazy. I don't even know if y'all can hear me.
Where the hell am I?
If prototype making sense, you need to be very worried. You need to be
Girl,
very, very worried. Okay. All right.
when was Prototype making sense?
That's what I want to know. I don't believe that.
When June, he was telling her, you asked Lynn for the receipts now. He was calling her July, though, like an old ass man. He said July.
Because you lie, like Dre said, because you lie, for sure. You spend your whole time lying.
He said July.
Right. And for her to sit up
Like
there,
your country ass grandpappy. July.
for her to sit up there and get on Gentie's panel,
He kept calling that lady July.
for her to sit up there and get on Gentie's piano and be like, I follow all of you ladies. That's that's crazy. Like, I follow all of you ladies and I just don't understand. And I just don't get it. And it's like, you know, girl, ugh, I don't even got no words for you. Like if like don't do that. Don't get up here and do that. Don't act like you neutral. Pretty intelligent jumping up on the panel. You talk shit about me in the comments for an hour and then get up there and was like, well, I'm just trying to make some sense of it because the story doesn't make any sense and it made sense in the comments, bitch.
Now West.
But
West.
I didn't know Pretty said anything problematic. I was just listening to the voices. Or maybe because I didn't see the comments.
She was in the comments and then she got up there trying to act like she just was wanting some understanding and she just didn't understand anything. The same way that Juneteenth got up there on Gentie's panel and was like, ladies, I follow all of you ladies, and I'm just so surprised and I just don't understand. I just don't get it.
Now she also was like, y'all, who she say you need to go be a mother or some shit like that? Like, what are you talking about? The
Yeah, she said that to
contradictions.
Mia. She was like, "Oh, look at the way you're cursing, and you're a mother." That motherfucking pick me red pill bullshit popped right up out her.
And I forgot because I was too busy like trying to move because I don't care about none of that. I was too busy trying to move the conversation along. But I should. But I said the next time them bitches say that y'all infertile bitches, or is that too harsh?
I wanted to point out the contradiction that because I already talked about a contradiction with Xena weird ass, but June, you do know this nigga got kids. Like you on a man panel with children, and y'all you talking about a woman need to go spend time with their children.
We said
Like y'all
that.
this shit. Do y'all contradict yourselves in real time all the fucking time?
I said that in that live. I said that on Jinxie Pan. I was like, I think it's weird that public gets to public quit his job to do social media full time. And when he was doing social media when he was doing the TikTok stuff and going to work, those was hours and 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 hours. So like y'all are okay with public not y'all are okay with him being on social media all day and having children.
Yeah, I heard
Y'all
that
are okay
part,
with
but
that.
I'm my what I was pointing out. Genty got kids too, is what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah, on the panel. Yeah, that's true.
You talking to a nigga with kids, somehow she not over there with her kids. Y'all in the double stand like y'all. That's what I said. People be listening to conversations and they don't be processing shit. Cause what are you talking about?
Because if you really wanted to say something for Zena, you when every time you turn that microphone on, it sounds like you at Chuck E. Cheese. It sounds like you running a daycare in the back. Turn the motherfucking TV down. You know what I'm saying? So we could do that same thing to you. Most of us are mothers and parents and stuff like that. When y'all start bringing up, talking about some go take care of your kids, it's like, but you have a kid too.
I
You
tried to
have
pull her up the other day. I need to make her a mod. Maybe she'll show up
Then she'll
then.
come over here.
hmm
I just said, please, not Zena. I'm gonna go downstairs. Please, please, please,
But I'm gonna start
please.
saying I ain't a baby mama, I'm a baby daddy.
She a
Fuck what
fucking
y'all
jump
talking
scare. I
about.
can't do Zena. I'm going downstairs if y'all do this shit. My
And she gonna get
God.
on. And you know, when I went and looked back at her on the camera, Zena ugly.
That was a fucking jump scare. I had to turn my phone over. It's not funny, y'all. I'm not going downstairs, man. That shit is not okay.
You
Oh
always
my
running up.
God.
Don't go downstairs. You stay up here and deal with this shit. We gotta deal with it. But yeah, that her looking in the camera,
They gonna
her
say
looking
no.
in the camera, her with her glasses down. What the fuck do you think was happening? That shit look weird as hell.
Now
You know who
y'all,
she look like
y'all,
though? Hold up. Y'all know who she look like? Damn. What the fuck is their name? Y'all not suck with names. I'm gonna come back.
Just
I
the
got
fact that you said, man, please don't tear. Please. Please.
who
I said
made
I don't want to
hold up.
be
Who made School Days? Who made School Days?
Zena. Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. She like Spike Lee.
I'm going.
She look
Please
like a
stop.
young Spike Lee.
you gonna get canceled.
I know. That's fine.
No,
But she
no,
look
because
like a
they
young.
gonna say that I said it. They gonna play the back the recording and they gonna be like, you see what Lynn was saying about Zena the whole time.
That's why I told her to turn that fucking camera off. You making me mad. Turn your camera off now.
But am I wrong?
East was
Am I
East
tripping
was
when I
like,
say she? Am I tripping when I say she like a young Spike Lee?
she do. But hold on, cause I'm about to
I can
drop
see
and
it.
y'all
Go
send
ahead.
me a hootie
Go ahead,
hoo.
Lynn.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on real quick. Mia. Hold
Huh?
on. He's gonna say, and Zena, what the fuck your stupid ass doing up here? Get the fuck down and turn, turn that camera off. Put your fucking stupid ass head down. I was wrong.
She like
I
She
didn't
gonna
want
say,
to
put
do
your
it.
fucking stupid ass head down.
I didn't want to do it. I promise y'all I didn't want to do it.
When she said she gonna be long winded and nonsensical, man. He said, turn that fucking camera off and put your stupid
you
ass
put you
forehead
pussy
We were
down.
all
asshole.
thinking it. We were all thinking
Wait,
it. Oh, she spoke through my soul. She spoke through my
how
soul,
do you be
man.
saying pussy ass hoe?
Oh,
Pussy ass hoe be getting me every
I
time.
came back to the Discord. I literally sprinted and I cannot run. I sprinted to the Discord and said, we jumping her in. We jumping East in. She is in. I am making an executive decision, man. This motherfucker is team ready. Do you hear me? Bravo team. Bravo team.
Before
He said, turn that fucking camera off.
she was pissing me off. I was like, listen, you ain't got nothing to do with this. And then got the nerve to, well, wait, hold on. I should still understand. Like, girl. Oh, Lord. This long winded, nonsensical, and turn that fucking TV down. I can't hear shit every time you unmute.
Put
TV
your
down.
put her ass hand down. I was cracking up.
And then she talking about, I heard it when it came to the front and from the other side. So you don't know shit. You heard one side or something. That shit was so frustrating. Like you don't know nothing. But I'm a mod here, and ma'am, you a mod every fucking week. So
Tara, when
what?
you said that she was modding for half the TikTok, I dropped to the floor. I was like, oh my God, because I'm so glad that someone called it out. Because I'm a mod here. I'm a mod. I'm a mod. Girl,
She asked me one time she came in here. She like mod me up, and I ignored that shit. Like hell no.
same. She tried to get herself modded on my panel. I was like,
They
nope.
do it in everybody's space. That's what I'm saying.
But do y'all remember when you, Tara, when you said about her being on Genty's panel when he brought Ty, when Ty was up there? Like she almost lost her shit. She was caught red-handed. She was sick when they was laughing at her. Like, cause that's a good point. Ty right here on this live on Genty live right here, right now. And her what she was trying to say was Ty came here on his own. Because what she's trying to imply is that Lynn, because I think that's what she was talking about, Lynn be like going to get the men. Like she's trying to make it seem like they're spreading that same harmful narrative that men spread about women. Like we're setting men up to get harmed, or men be fighting because of women. That's what they were doing, and they don't even hear what they're doing. That's how deep they go with protecting men. They don't
Was it
even hear
Dab?
what they were
Was it
saying.
Dab that said that?
Huh?
Who was saying that the men are
Dab
being
in,
harmed? Dab.
Dab in. Well, we know Dab got a
Supergirl?
problem.
Yeah, that was wild.
This one ass got a problem, but we talking about Zena. Zena said that. Zena said it too.
Yeah, that's nasty word.
All right, y'all send me a hootie hoo if anything happened. Call me.
Okay.
I gotta drop too. I gotta put something in my stomach. I'm starving over here.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'm
babes.
Bye, bye, boo. I'll be
Peace.
listening.
Okay,
All
babe.
right, bye.
Bye.
well. I usually don't put these lives up. I'm gonna put this one up. Um.
Can you drop me?
Yeah, I got you. Me, you got to top it.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
I do. I'm in the shower though, but yeah,
Damn, you still in the shower?
I like to clean ass before I get on live.
You've been in the shower since yesterday, ma'am.
Girl, no, but I ain't gonna be too much longer. I'm almost finished.
No, you good. Wash ass. I ain't washing you. Um, I want to see what happened now because apparently every time somebody try to speak out about the shit that really happened, these motherfuckers got a new lie to tell. I'm ready for it.
Well, they can't really. It really don't
I'm
work.
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm happy that you're gonna put this live up. Just like label it, I don't know, the origination
Well,
story, something, so we don't have to explain it. You can send people to YouTube. Like you want to know, go there and watch it yourself. And now it doesn't
yeah.
have to be said again. So I appreciate that, Tara.
Yeah, because people like
Mm.
to get caught is one thing, but somebody flat out lying on you and then repeating lie over and over like it's the truth, that shit is fucking frustrating. Like, same time I was told by her mother, girl, don't you put the phone, you put the microphone in your daughter's face so we can hear her crying. Your daughter crying instead of you muting up and comfort her. You got the fucking phone in her face. Talking about, oh, my daughter going through something. Like my mother unalive. My sister wants. Like, girl, shut up. You don't have to do all that. Just say what the fuck you gonna say. I had to go pay a bill. Like, what is you talking about? Damn.
And all of that is on purpose. It's like that, like trying to get sympathy, and trying to disarm people, and it doesn't work when people like that. Shit not gonna work with me. Like we spent all this time recognizing gaslighting and recognizing manipulation. You think you're gonna be able to do that? That's crazy. And the thing that's interesting to me is that men men, these men who they put on a pedestal to fight against the patriarchy and misogyny can say that they can beef with individual women, but women can't have an issue with individual women. And I think that's interesting too. Because when it comes to the individual women, they want to make this like weak ass argument of, oh, you talked about my mother, you talked about this, you saying this, you called me a bitch. It's like the weirdest thing ever, and it's all a ploy to disarm people, and it's also a ploy to silence the people who speaking out about the actual harm that's being done. Because you being called a bitch, girl, you call all these you going around talking about the pygmies, and that's okay. But I call you a bitch and you about to pass out. Like it's I think it gets mixed up on purpose. I think you pointed that out that they purposely confuse it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I'm tired of the respectability politics. I don't care if you cuss me out in a whisper. I don't care if you talk about me negatively, but you leave out profanity. Policing my response. Never going to work. It's never going to work, especially if it's verbally versus verbally. Seriously? Really? Can we not? Can we not? We're not doing that.
Yeah, that's why they mad. They mad about the honesty. They mad about the fact that we stand on business. That's what they mad about. So they just lying. They in the lab right now making up a lie.
Yeah, because the thing with Yellow and talking about the no comment thing was weird. Like, like something happened when she can't talk about it. That shit is weird.
That was the thing too. That was like, and that also goes to her superiority complex, where like she thinks that she's that important, like that she has to put on this like political tour. Like it was weird. Girl, we up here
Mm-hmm.
roasting each other. Shut up. This ain't that deep, lady. We literally
But
roasting each other. That's it.
the no comment is AKA for I decline to comment on the basis that I might incriminate myself. That's what it ends up being. When we hear celebrities say no comment, that's what it means. That's what it means. It means you fucked up. Come on now. It ain't clearing your name. Who are you? Who's working your PR? It's horrible. Fire them. I hope they aren't getting paid. Damn.
But what about the shit you already said? Like this, that shit weird. What about the shit you already said?
You just want to get a pass. You won't be problematic. Like, just if y'all over there with her, just pay attention to how much she go find charts and shit so she could be on the big screen. Like, she obsessed with that shit. She fucking weird. That's why I said, like, it's not even the shit you did. Like, to see your true colors, to see that mask come off, and you talking about you the prettiest with two parents, and you speak so eloquent and you educated and shit. Like, you're not a very likable person, man. It's given no. Like, something wrong with you. We've been in here chilling this whole time, and you want some. I'm the baddest bitch in here type shit. You fucking weird.
I want you to get on camera and stand up.
Stop.
That's
But
what I
I
want
wanted to
you to do.
say too, how many times on live in our group did Tara say, "Stop coming in here and derailing my live"? Like I heard it before this even went down. Before this went down, you were clocking that stuff. If you try to do it again on that colorism live, so the fact that your behavior is addressed over and over and over, and you're like, "Yeah, I know you don't like this, but bitch, I said don't do it. The fuck is wrong
Yeah.
with you?"
And then could have added to you because I said something like, "Well, you allow other people." I'm like right now, like at the end of the live, we know when the conversation died down, we just shooting the shit. Like you like, oh, so we can't talk about nothing but the topic because in the myth, you just came in here while we was talking about the topic. You mad because you couldn't change the topic. Because the thing is, some of the conversations we have, she can't keep up. She can't keep up. That's why she always like, let's do a game night. What is you talking about a game night, ma'am? What is you talking about? We on TikTok talking about topics. Let's do a game night. Let's talk about like you fucking weird. Even when I saw on Dev Live, she still got the picture of LJ. Look at LJ all in the camera, man. If you can't carry the conversation, stay in the comments for everybody else. And that's it, y'all. This is done. Shout out to
All
y'all.
right,
Thank
drop
you.
it for the algorithm. I see y'all a little bit
Girl,
Mia's
I'm
house
about to
today.
end this live and you talking drop for the algorithm.
Doesn't it still help for your algorithm if you drop us first before you end it? I don't know. Shit.
I don't know. Y'all still be tapping. I mean, people be trying to get the tabs up when you end it and end it. I don't even know how the algorithm thing works. But Mia should be out the shower
Who
soon.
who let Noto type up here?
What's up? What's up, Notice? What you want to say?